Well, friends, very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the day two training program of ours. I believe my audio is reaching to everyone. Can somebody give me a heads
Yes,
up?
yes. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, Pravas.
Yeah. Thank you. Good afternoon. All right. Uh, yeah. Let me just go to the file. Here we have started working with our corporate case studies, and kindly open the same. So we are going to continue where you have left with. So the sheet name is called date calculation. Yesterday we discussed, and I believe everybody is comfortable what we have discussed yesterday and able to grasp the things. So to remind you, last thing what we have discussed is we have taken a hidden formula of Excel just to compute the difference between two setup of dates. Like we have got start date or end date, something you have. And if you want to compute the difference in terms of years, months, and days, you can make use of this formula. And along with that, we have also seen that how to make use of this dollar symbol, like if for once, no movement, neither towards down nor towards right. If for twice, only row will be locked, but column movement will be there. If for thrice, column will be locked, row movement will be there. Depending upon the cell movement or formula movement, we have to customize that dollar symbol. This is all about our date calculation. Now, today we are going to start working with the sheet name called goal sig. All right. So kindly confirm you have got the same worksheet opened in front of your screen. Y for yes, quickly in the chart box. So file name is corporate case studies. Sheet name is goal sig. Fine. So let's first discuss what we have with us. What is the objective? So let me give you a background story of this data first so that you can also connect in the same way. So I have taken a basically one example of salary slip. You all must be having the salary if you're working in the corporates, all right? And here, the moment you look at the data, we have a basic of 40,000. DA is 20% of the basic, which is a formula driven cell. You can check also. HRA is 50% of the salary. This is again formula driven. Medical allowance is fixed for 15K. There is no formula. This is a static cell. Uniform allowance is 12,000. This is also a static cell. Now, monthly CTC is nothing but the summation of all these above values. And this is what our monthly CTC. Annual CTC is nothing but monthly CTC multiplied by 12. So this is what our total structure of the data. So just go through that once. And is there any difficulty in understanding any of this formula, whatever we have used? You can ask me. Is it clear? Can I take that? Yes, no?
Yes,
Okay. Now, take a situation. So let me first create a scenario for you. Now, suppose say in my department, I am looking for a person because the volume of transactions become high, work pressure, workload has been increased. So I need one resource to give me a helping hand in my routine activities. What we do basically, if you are in my place,
we will be hiring someone.
definitely. So we'll be approaching to our recruitment team and we'll be giving the details, what should be the role and responsibility, what should be the minimum qualification, and how much experience he or she should have to handle the job responsibilities. We'll tell everything clearly to our recruitment team and they will be start working with that. And suppose say I did the same and our recruitment team, they have started filtering the candidates, taking different resources like from LinkedIn, Monster, Sign.com, Naukri.com, all those options, whatever they had, and they have found out one candidate's profile, which quite matching with my requirement. So they have passed that CV to me, and being a department head, it's my responsibility that I should conduct the final interview and I should take a call whether to hire him or not. Okay. So if this is the scenario and the person's resume has come to me and that person has also turned up to my recruitment, conference room or whatever it is, and I have started asking the questions. Okay. Now here, the moment I asked, he has explained everything. All my questions he has answered very beautiful manner. So I'm quite satisfied. So I have decided internally that I should hire him, but that alone is not enough. Time has come to discuss about the compensation part. So for this job role or responsibility, I have offered him the candidate, I have offered him 11 lakhs 40,000. But he's not quite happy watching that salary structure. So he immediately expressed bit of kind of negative emotions over there. But I could make out that he is not quite happy by watching his face. So I gave him a comfort zone, asking that if you have some expectation, you can speak up. We can work out some win-win situation. So he told me, Prabhas, if you are offering me 14 lakhs of CTC instead of 11 lakhs 40,000, I'm ready to join in a day or two. So if in one line I would like to say that person, the candidate is demanding 14 lakhs to me if I want to retain him or if I want to hire him. But I have got a salary structure of max to max 11 lakhs 40,000. This is what the scenario as such. Now, internally over here, the moment I am looking at, so if I am going to accept his demand, what should be the structure of the salary? This is my first problem. I need to identify, right? Now, that question keep it on hold. Internally, when I have asked for my management that I need to hire one candidate, my management has given me authority stating that Pravas, you can hire any candidate, not a issue. Salary is not a bar. If you find any good candidate, no issues. Just ensure that at any point of time, the basic salary should not exceed 60,000. So this is the capping given by the management. They have given the authority, but they have given the capping also that basic should not exceed 60,000 at any point of time. Now I have got another problem. What is that? If I accept his demand of 14 lakhs, what should be the structure of the salary? That is my first problem. Second problem, I have to also ensure that my basic should not exceed 60,000. So having said this, if I want to take a call, how much time will be taking if you are in my place? I believe you have understood the whole scenario, everyone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So in this situation, if you were in my place, how much time you will be taking to take a call or to finalize this? Half an hour, 1 hour. This is how the procedure we follow. We ask our candidate, please be seated in our lobby or reception. We will let you know in couple of hours or half an hour time or 1 hour time. So why we are buying a time of at least half an hour or 1 hour? Or what we do exactly? Why we are unable to take the decision then and there in the meeting room itself? So what you have understood now over here, in the corporate people, sometimes the right decision in the right time we have to take. Else, we have to face a lot of consequences for that. A lot of impact, either financial impact or the system lapse or control lapse. Anything could be the case. We never know. So in this situation, just taking 1 hour or 1.5 hour or half an hour time, what we do exactly? We come back to our workstation and we start playing with our data. What is that? Now we go to first, okay, management has given the capping of 60,000. Fine, we'll start working with that first. So we'll go and define this basic to 60,000. Fine, it is coming up 15 lakhs 48, means it is exceeding that demand from the candidate. Okay, so we are in the safer side. Now to match with the demand, we start playing with data again, coming to 57,000. Okay, 14 lakhs 86, again 56,000. So gradually we'll just reducing the value over here. And as long as it is not reaching to 14 lakhs, we'll keep trying with these values. So this is what our trying our different permutation and combination of our data, and we try to achieve the output of 14 lakhs. And this may receive it, or we may achieve this targeted output with 10 hits, 15 hits, 20 hits, depends. There is no standalone answer for this. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right? So this is what we do in that 1 hour or couple of hour times, whatever we demand or ask to people to be seated in our lobby. This is how we keep trying. Well, no doubt, what you're doing is perfectly fine. I'm not denying about it. Now, suppose say, just continue the same situation. Suppose the candidate is sitting in the lobby and he's waiting for my call. Well and good. Still, I have a chance to hire that candidate. Now, suppose say next to my company in my neighborhood, one more company is there, and that person also has one interview call scheduled over there. So he thought for a while, instead of sitting idle for 2 hours, let me connect with that person who is the person asked for the interview. And if it is possible, if they have time, I can finish off that interview. So anybody will be doing or thinking like that. So that candidate went there, and when he asked for this 14 lakhs, that interviewer, he immediately accepted his demand. Now, what happens? Do you think that that candidate is going to come back again to me? No way. So, what is going to happen? In this situation, if you do a situation analysis, I am losing a perfect candidate which is suitable for my job role. And back end, whatever my recruitment team has made that efforts to finalize or to filter out that candidate's resume, whatever the time lead time they have taken, that entire thing has gone in vain. Now the lead time, what I'm supposed to take to fill that gap, that it was increased now. Now again, I'll be questioned by my super boss or my authority or my next level people or my management that Prabhas, why you are taking this much of time to fill this gap? Your productivity is getting degraded day by day. Why you are sitting late night? Why you're doing overtime? Whatever it is. So I have to be answerable for all these unwanted questions. Do you agree with this? Whatever I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. So in this situation, people, as I told you again, taking the right decision in the right time is very, very essential. So now we are being punished or we are suffering because we could not take the decision over there immediately. So in this situation, instead of doing our different trying with different permutation combinations, how to achieve that output with no time on a click of button is that we are going to see. And for that, we have to use a data analytical tool of our Excel called GoalSeek. So where we find this tool, I'll tell you. If you go to your data menu, we have an option called What If Analysis in the group called Forecast, or it might be in Data Tool. So you have an option called What If Analysis. All of you are able to find this data menu, What If
Yes,
Analysis.
Yes, sir.
Right. In this
yes,
what if, yes, very good. So in this what if analysis, if you look at, there is an option called goal seek. So this is what the tool we are going to discuss about it. So now goal seek where it is we have found out. But remember one thing, the moment you want to use goal seek tool, you got to satisfy two validation rules. Rule number one, goal seek says that if you want to take help of mine, the data must be formula driven. So whatever the data we have, there should be a formula link or formula driven cells should be there. If static cell is there, goal seek is not going to work. So we have got many more formulas, not a problem. Our rule number one is satisfied. Now, coming back to rule number two, go to data, go to what if analysis, click goal seek. This will take you to a dialog box like this. Now, the first criteria it is asking set cell. So set cell is nothing but a objective cell. In any data, there will be one objective. So if you have understood our whole story, what is our objective? Can somebody identify that?
14 lakh CTC.
Yeah, that is called CTC, the annual CTC. Annual CTC is our objective cell, isn't it? So set cell should be your objective cell, and rule number two says that whichever the cell you consider as a set cell, that cell must contain a formula. So annual CTC, is it containing a formula? Of course. What is the formula? Monthly CTC multiplied by 12. That's why rule 2 is also satisfied, not a problem. Now coming back to next criteria, to value. So how much value you are expecting? So how much the candidate is expecting? It is of 14 lakhs. So we must define 14 lakhs over here. Ensure you are typing the 5 zeros after 14. And remember, to value cell should be always defined manually. You cannot refer to a cell, you cannot make it dynamic. It has to be always defined or typed manually. Now, coming to next, by changing cell, which cell you change so that the total CTC will become 14 lakhs. So by taking 1 hour, 2 hour time, which cell we are trying the different combinations
Basic.
is the basic cell. So you should take the basic cell as a by changing cell. So three criterias were there, three criterias we have given. Now you go and click OK. So now once you click OK, just see the beauty. On blink of your eyes, Excel will be giving the output over there. So taking the different iterations and calculations, Microsoft Excel has given me the data. So to achieve 14 lakhs, this should be the structure of salary. And is it within that limit of management given? Yes. So without making a delay, I should ask that candidate, okay, we are through with the interview. Welcome aboard. And rest of formalities, our HR will be taking care. You may join from day after tomorrow. So this is how, whenever there is a need, you can make use of this goal seek tool and you can arrive at your desired output satisfying all these two validation goals. Give it a try. And if you have any questions, do let me know, please.
Uh, Prabhas, last
Yep.
point I didn't understand that why you took that basic cell goal seek.
Okay. Okay. Forget about that. The moment we discussed, uh, like buying 1 hour or 2 hours of time, we come back to our workstation and what we do exactly. We just play around with our data basic. Okay.
Yeah.
And unless
Yeah.
and until it is reaching to 14 lakhs, we keep trying only basic cell only with changing because DA is formula driven, I cannot change.
Yeah.
HR is formula driven, I cannot change.
Yeah.
Medical allowance, uniform allowance, all are fixed. So only I have options to change the basic, right? That's why we have taken
Okay.
the
Okay.
last
Okay.
input as basic cell to change,
Okay. Okay. Got it.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. So I believe it's working for everyone. Just check it out. If you have any confusion, any queries, please make it clear. Because many cases you can use this when you want to calculate your break-even point. If you're doing some cost analysis or cost sheet you are preparing, and finding the no profit no loss, or you want to play around with your profitability margin, any place wherever you have some formula driven result. And the best example, if you're from HR side, if fixing up the CTC while doing the salary negotiation with the candidate, you can also use this. Or you from the sales or marketing side, when you're discussing the or the product, how much discounts to be given, how much margin I should retain, whether it in the permissible limit or not. Anytime you can on front, in front of the people itself, you can discuss all these things, putting in the all these formula driven results over there. So many more cases you can make use of that, but remember two rules. Data must be formula driven and set cell should be the objective cell which must contain a formula.
Done.
Yeah.
So here is
Prabhas,
Mhm.
hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you please once again tell the things like how to from this goal seek? I clicked goal seek, and then
Mhm.
in the set cell I have selected
The annual CTC. Set cell is the objective cell, what you want to achieve. So
annual
annual
CTC.
CTC,
Okay.
we want to arrive at how much the candidate is demanding.
14 lakhs.
14 lakhs. So we should define 14 lakhs is the desired output of ours. Now, how you are going to achieve this? By which cell you change? By changing basic cell.
Okay, basic cell.
Yeah. And once you click OK, you will be getting your result immediately on a click of button.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Right. Yes. Mamta, you had some question, I guess.
Uh, the thing, go to that sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Here I was asking. No, I think I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Well, as I understand, you might be having a question. What is the relevance of this? Because we have never customized this. Is this the question?
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Another
Right.
example for this type of question.
Mm-hmm.
uh, That only
Yeah,
I
I had
was
the same
asking.
doubt. Like, at the same
Okay.
time, like, with respect to like discount, as you said, like, can you give a different scenario? Like, what all factors would you take into consideration? Like, example, give.
See, that is what this is just CTC example we have taken. Similarly, when you go for your sales related data, you will be finding your basic price. Then you will be adding all your necessary cost over there. Then you will be adding the profitability margin, and then you will be giving the price to the customer, right? So now everything will be there, and the profit margin only will be having some percentage over there. Based on that, only you will be playing around. If you want the scenario, I have to create the scenario. No issues. I can give you more examples in the emails or in the next class. But right now, I have got this. But yes, if you ask me another scenario where you want to get it, I have got some ready-made case. Like say, take an example. You all must be paying your housing loan. You might have availed for the tax benefits purpose, or you want to just avoid the tax. You would have taken some housing loan. Anybody?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Now, when you go for the housing loan, how much EMI you are paying? Who is fixing that?
Bank.
Yeah. Now, the moment you go for approaching the banker for the housing loan, what they ask you? First, they ask you Form 16, correct?
Right.
Now, if you have availed some or if you have filed the ITR returns for the earlier years, they ask that also. And based on that, they ask for any other fixed commitments or the liabilities you have. So calculating everything, they give you the EMI and whatever the tenure you have opted it based on that, what should be your EMI? They fix that. Have you ever
Yeah.
checked the moment you go and pay your EMI, is it having some kind of hidden cost or extra cost you are paying at the end of the day? We never check that because we do not know how to check it. Or even if you check and you get to some amount, bankers will not agree with that. This is
Yeah.
what most of the
Correct.
times it happens.
Yes.
Now, in this case, at least if somewhat it is closely matching, even 5 rupees, 10 rupees difference, that's okay. It's a mere amount, could be the case, but that should not be a huge difference, right? So in this case, when you want to compute your own things over there, how to check that? I'll tell you. Just watch my screen over here. No need to do anything over here, right? See, just I'm going to take you through a beautiful scenario. See, suppose say I have taken a loan of 5 lakhs. Okay. And the interest amount is 12%. Payment interval EMIs we are paying on monthly basis definitely. Now monthly, what would be that effective interest rate? So 12% divided by 12, 1% I have. Now what should be my EMI? That is my objective. What should be my EMI? That's my objective. So now what I have decided, this 5 lakhs, I'm running good, so I can just pay off in 12 installments. I believe I can make the payment. And I'm good at my payment and prompt in payment, no issues. So if that is the case, now what should be my EMI? If I want to know what bankers they do, they will go for equal to 5 lakhs multiply by 12%, and this would be the interest. They will go for equal to this plus 60,000. Then how much EMI you want to pay? You want to settle it out equal to this divided by 12. So this is what our bankers will be suggesting that it should be your EMI. Do you agree?
Yes.
So this is your interest and this is your principal plus interest. Okay. And this is your EMI. This is what bankers suggest. So it seems complete fair enough for us. Like, yes, that's quite genuine and we start paying. But technically, are we supposed to pay this much? That is what the question. I will take you through how the bankers are cheating upon us if you go for it. If you agree with this kind of terms and conditions. See my calculation. As I have discussed, 12 installments purpose, 12 row items I have created. 5 lakhs I have taken the loan. Interest per month per EMI, what is supposed to be 12 divided by 1. So I have taken this data, 1% interest I have taken. Now, what should be my principal amount? Because each EMI is consisting of principal plus interest. So I have taken out the interest. Now, what should be my principal? Once I fix my EMI, principal will be nothing but EMI minus interest. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what should be my closing balance? Closing balance is whatever the loan amount I have taken and how much I am paying towards my principal. That alone I can deduct because interest is the earning for the banker. I cannot deduct the whole EMI from the opening balance, right? So this is closing balance is nothing but opening balance minus principal. So this is a simple calculation, basic mathematics. I have done it. Now, my first month closing balance is going to be second month opening balance. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Simple logic.
Yes.
Like this, I have created the formula driven result and this is what my own calculations or workings. Now, having said this, I want to know over here what should be my EMI. In that case, if I want to check, I can make use of this tool called GoalSeek again. How? Just see. Now here, the moment I go for GoalSeek, okay, I can go for GoalSeek, no issues. Now what it demands me, set cell. I told you set cell is nothing but objective cell. So in this whole calculation, what is my objective cell?
EMI.
You
Total
believe it's
cost, total
yeah.
principal plus EMI.
Principal plus EMI is not that. Okay, I'll tell you very simple way. Forget about goal seek. Forget about goal seek. Now watch my screen. When I have decided that I have to close this loan by 12 installments or 12 EMIs, if I'm very prompt in payment each and every EMI, what should be the closing balance at the end of the 12th month?
Yeah.
How much is supposed to be?
563.
No, no, no.
F-
Once you
five,
make the payment,
560.
no, 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 no,
five,
no. Just don't watch this. Don't watch this. Try to understand my statement. If I'm right now, I have not started paying my EMI. If I start paying my EMI regularly, in the last month closing balance, how much is supposed to be?
560.
Yeah, that is my goal.
Yeah, that is your goal. But how much is supposed to be? If I'm very much prompt in payment,
interest.
no, 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 no. See, every month you are paying properly. You have done up to 12 months payment. What should be the closing balance at the end of 12th month? The loan is repaid, right? Loan is
Yeah,
repaid.
0.
It should be zero.
Zero.
It's right. So this is what the simple logic we are going to apply through goal set. Now what it demands me, set cell is nothing but the objective cell. So objective cell, the closing balance at the end of 12th month. Is it containing a formula? Of course, yes, it's containing a formula. Now how much value you are expecting? We are expecting zero. Now
Zero.
how this will become zero by changing cell? Which cell you change? The EMI cell. So once I compute my EMI, this EMI is already linked to all these cells. And now see the beauty. The moment I click OK, can you see? So this should be my EMI. And what bankers have proposed me? Can you see that difference?
Yes, it is.
So
Yes.
how much you are paying extra is this. So 2242, you will end up paying something more over here. Nobody, I mean, even if you do not pay attention, you will not be knowing. You will simply agree with their statements or their conditions. So this is how you can propose your calculations to the banker. And this is what ideally you find any banker's calculations or the EMI calculator in the sites. There you can also go and cross check them. All right. So this is another scenario. Like this, I told you the moment you go for cost sheet designing, or if you go for profitability analysis, you can make use of all these things. Just try that. If you are failing in doing this, you can very well drop me email. I can guide you. Don't worry about it. Okay. So you can create your own calculator in this case. Fine. So hope you got some clarity, like how to make use of this goal set.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Right. Now, let's come back to our next sheet, people. Naming called Data Clean 1. Now, why we need to clean our data? 90% cases, people, we receive our data in unstructured and unclean format. So unless and until you clean up your data will not ready for next level and you cannot work with that. So in this case over here, if you look at our data, it is about some dealers data over here. And past 3 years data, we have got quarter-wise different data is populated over here. Now suppose say I have received some data like this, and this data is containing some kind of errors like this, like hash division, hash name, hash reference, hash null, hash spill, all these kind of errors we come across. You would have seen that. Now, when we come across this kind of error, a question comes to our mind, why there are so many errors? So we try to find out the reasons behind those errors by looking at the source data. And what we get the result? The reason is because of data absence, format incompatibility, or case sensitivity, this kind of error we come across. And technically that those reasons are not playing any kind of role, and we'll ignore these errors and we leave as it is and we send it to the next level. And there our problem starts. People watching our data, they keep asking a lot of questions. Now, suppose say this is the report I have marked to my boss and CC to another 4 people. So all happen to see the same file and they have the same question. Prabhas, why there are so many errors in this place over here? So I have to keep explaining the same thing to 5 different people 5 times. Now, in this situation, if you have understood the whole story, whose premium time is being wasted?
Management and ours as well.
Forget about other people. It's about my time. First, I have to take care about mine. My time is
Yes,
being wasted, right? But who is held responsible for that? Because my time is not my time, it's my organization's time. But who is responsible for that?
we are responsible.
Definitely. So what we have understood now, whenever you receive your data, if you find this kind of errors is there, before dispatching the same, it is our primary duty to replace all these errors with some kind of predefined text, either zero, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable. Then only we can stop people asking unwanted questions. But how to do that? So over here, if you ask anyone, or you might be also thinking that we can go for find and replace. But technically, find and replace one time, one type of error can be handled. So we have got varieties of errors. So we have to roll out that find and replace activity multiple times depending upon the number of errors, which is really a tedious process. And we cannot afford that much of time. So now we are going to discuss in this piece of data, wherever these errors are there, hash name and all these errors are there, we would like to replace with a text called NA, but with no time. How to do that? Start working with me. Select your data, keeping the cursor anywhere in the data set. Select your data, Control A. On your keyboard, press Control G, G for Gamma, G for Goa, and then you will be finding Go to dialog box is appearing on the screen. Did you get that?
Yes, yes.
Right. Then there is a button called Special. You can click that special button, and it will take you to your next dialog box called Go to Special. In this Go to Special dialog box, you could see there's an option called Constants. You have to choose that option called Constants. Now, having the selection on the constants, you need to deactivate the options like numbers, text, logicals. I repeat, you can cross check. Having the selection with the constants, deactivate numbers, text, logicals, and then click OK. What will be happening? You can see out of your entire data, you have only your errors in selection. Do you agree? Don't do anything. When you did this procedure, did you see only error-driven cells are in selection?
Yes.
Right. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, immediately type NA. Wherever it is typing, don't worry about that. But if you're really interested to see, look at your formula bar. Is it showing NA? Yes. Now hit Control Enter. So when you hit Control Enter, with immediate effect, the entire error-driven cells, whatever it was selected, it is replaced with NA. But the task is not yet completed. Having said this, you have to go to your Home tab and you have to color those cells. Is it really mandatory? Is it really necessary to color those cells? Yes, because you have to put a legend in the bottom side stating that the yellow colored cells are nothing but the error-driven cells replaced with NA. So people can read out the legend and they can understand what is the treatment you have done with the yellow colored cells. So this is how you should do the right treatment with those errors and how to present your data with a proper fashion. We got the basic understanding. So kindly just confirm, is it working?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anybody is not getting this or did not get the steps properly, need my support, do let me know.
Yeah, Prabhas, so just can
Yeah,
you help me?
sure. You can share your screen so that it will be also refreshing for others, those who have stuck up. Share your
Yes.
entire screen or entire desktop.
So I will select Control A,
Yeah,
then Control G,
yes,
then Special,
right,
Constraints.
right.
Okay. So I have to remove numbers,
Hmm,
text, logicals,
right,
then OK.
yes.
Okay. So now this one division is not, perhaps it is not highlighted.
It's selected. It's selected only because that is your first cell. That is your first cell of the selection. That's why it is not showing that gray color background, but it is in selection only. Don't worry about it. Now
Then
leave
I
your
have
mouse, leave your touchpad. Don't do anything. Just type immediately. NA.
an
Don't
A
click,
in,
don't click, don't click, don't click. That's what I'm saying. Don't touch your touchpad.
okay.
Just type immediately. Just type NA. Now it is typing NA only one cell, but we need to apply for all the selected cells. Control Enter.
Okay.
And then go to Home tab, go to Home tab and color them with the yellow color, fill color. Yes, this is the procedure.
Then I
All
have to
right. So
type. Okay.
in the below to the data, you have to type one line of statement saying that yellow colored cells are nothing but error-driven cells replaced with NA. That you're supposed to do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I believe it is working for everyone perfectly fine. Any doubt, any queries, anybody? Okay, who's that again? Hmm. Yes, Munawar, you can share your screen. Yes, you can select the data, at least one cell. Control A, Control G, special. No need to do anything. Just click the special button. Down, down, down. Special is there. Then go, then constants. Then deactivate numbers, text, logicals, and click OK. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, leave your mouse, leave your touchpad. Type NA. Just type NA and Control Enter. Control Enter. Then go to Home tab and color those cells. All right. So this is how we have understood how to deal with the same, how to do the error treatments over there, and how to clean our data if you have some errors in place before dispatching the file to the next level. Now, if you look at in our data, there are many more salespeople. We have got some blanks in place. Okay, so now our objective is wherever the blank cells are there, we want them to replace with a text called nil. So how to replace those cells with a nil text? Let's go for a hands-on practice. Select your data, start working with me. Select your data, then again, Control G, G for gamma. Click the special button, and there you have got one blanks option over there, blanks. So go to the blanks, select and click OK. Now just leave your mouse, leave your touchpad. You'll be finding the entire data set wherever the blank cells are there. Those cells are alone in selection. No problem. Now immediately type NIL and go for Control Enter. And finally, over there, go to Home tab, color with a different color. Say I'm going for light green, and I can put a legend in bottom side of my data stating that green color cells are nothing but the blank cells replaced with nil. So this is how two line of statement, two line of legends, reading out the data, people can understand what is the treatment I have done with this. They are not going to ask further question to me. They're not going to bother me in the future course of action. So this is how we have understood the story of our data clean one. So kindly confirm the story is clear, data clean one, whatever the exercise we did. All right. So let's proceed to our data clean two. So let me take you through the data first. Okay. Ideally, what happens, people, whenever we download the data from SAP or ERP, though it is of SAP 4, SAP 6, or SAP SuccessFactors, SAP HANA, or if it is a IBM ERP, Oracle ERP, whatever it is the platform you're downloading your data, there are two areas always you will be finding the trouble. One, the number column will not be in number format. The next one, date column, will not be in date format. So these two columns always being in trouble. And we have to always ensure that these two columns are compliant with the right formats, and if it is not there, then we have to do the treatment properly. So we have some data about that. Let's go and discuss about it. Suppose say my boss asked me, Pravas, get me the entire fixed asset register. I gave a T code in my SAP system. I generate a data near about 1 lakh records. It comes in this format. What is that format about? Like we have got over here our asset code. You could see, then asset description is there, that's fine. Then asset class is there. So this column is creating a trouble for us. What kind of trouble? This column is containing the numbers, but it is not there in number format. Now, how to know that? How immediately recognize it's not in number format? Because if you look at the data, in the top left corner, a green color flag symbols are there. So it's a simple message. this is not compliant with the right format. So if it is not in number format, which format it is? Maybe in general or could be a text, we never know. So our job is to now clean up this data. But how to clean? Our experts, they will suggest you, Prabhas, don't worry, select your data. There is a yellow color symbol. You go for this and change it to convert to number. This is what people suggest us. It will work fine. I'm not denying it, but I don't recommend this. Reason: this option will work fine. It will work like a charm only up to limited row items, max to max 30, 40, 50 row items. You can go for it. But ideally, when you go for large volume of data like us, what we have is 1 lakh records. Now, in this case, if you opt this method, what is going to happen? You are going to invite the trouble for you. What is that? Excel not responding. Excel stopped working. Excel is restarted. Excel screen is grayed out. Windows is hanged. You have to restart your system. This is what most of the time we have faced the challenge while working with Excel. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right. So in that case, what happens? We have some emotions, we got a feeling also. What is that feeling? We get annoyed with our IT department. We get frustrated when system doesn't support like this, and we vent our anger to our IT department, stating that they have not given a good system, good laptop to me. But we never realize for a while what we have done with our system. So this is the place where people you have to work conveniently. But how? I'll tell you. Start working with me. Keep your cursor in the first value of your asset class and select the rest. Control Shift down arrow key. Entire column data is selected. Yes. Now over here, the moment you look at, go to data menu, you do have a very beautiful option called text to columns. So when you go for text to columns, immediately it will take you to a dialog box like this. There you don't need to do any kind of changes. Let it be as it is. Only thing is you have to click the finish button. And the moment you go for the finish button with immediate effect, you can see your data is cleaned. So this is the best way to clean up your data. And this is the solution for your first problem in your SAP downloaded records. Check it out. Is it working fine?
Yes, sir.
Right. Anybody is facing any trouble? Any questions? You can ask me.
I had a question. If one
Yeah.
of the row was empty, and if you do that,
Mhm.
like select all the rows, would this still work? Or
No, this is nothing to dealing with your empty rows or not. There is no such kind of things. You got to select the whole column. In between, suppose you have not only one, multiple cells are having the blanks. It is still going to work. Nothing to worry about.
okay,
All right. So first problem solution we have received when you download the data from SAP, how to deal with the same and clean up our data. Now come to the extreme right column. We have a year column over here, you could see, and it is containing some errors like hash values. So now this hash value, you can take a random cell, and if you pick up that cell and open the formula, you could see there is a year formula already embedded in that column. And that year formula, we have also seen our day one. There is a ready-made formula in Excel called year, right? But that year formula, if you look at, it is depending upon the date column. It is depending upon the date column. So now we can come to know that since our date is not in proper format, that's why the year is also finding the trouble over here. So go back to our date column, keep the cursor in the first date and select the rest. Now, if you look at what is the problem in our date column, can anybody identify that?
hyper in there.
Yes,
It's in
anybody else?
text format.
Month, date, and your that. thing is changed.
Mm-hmm.
It should be like 15/1/1996 like that.
Okay. See,
It's in general format.
uh, forget about the format. If you look at the data, that itself is clear. Ideally, the date separator, how is supposed to be? Though it is DDMM or MMDD, not a problem. But the separator, we can take it either a hyphen or dash symbol, or we can take it as a forward slash. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So here, the moment I go for this two only, it is recommended. We cannot take anything except this two. So if you look at our data, what we have is the date separator called
So,
dots. So this is the problem. So let's go on rectify this. But how to rectify this? So after selecting the whole column, the best way to clean up this data is you can go to your data menu. There you go for text to columns. And then in this text to column, no need to do anything. Directly go for the next button. And again go for next. In the third tab, you will be finding column data format. It shows by default general. By default general. Instead of that, go and change it to date. So once you change it to date over here, there is an immediate right box. There is a drop down you could see. And in that drop down, you have to confirm. What's that you have to confirm? As per your system, the date column, what kind of format it is displaying? It is of date, month, year. So I have to retain DMY. If my date column is month, date, year, so I have to change it to MDY. So this is the only change I have to do. And once I confirm this, let's go and click finish. So once I click finish, immediately my date will be changing the format and the year column which was showing error, this is also rectified. All right, so this is what the quite easiest solution for this kind of problems, and we have to clean up our data and making it ready to the next level. So kindly check and confirm all of your data is clean now from the date column and the year column.
yes, done.
Yeah. Now, though we have cleaned our year column or date column, but the year column, if you look at, it is still remain uncleaned. It's not cleaned yet. What's the problem with our year column? Can you see that? So keep your cursor in the first year value and select the rest and check what's the problem with the year. Year cannot have those comma separators. Do you agree?
Yes,
So comma separator is allowed only in case of our numbers or currencies. But here we cannot have the comma separator. Then how to deal with the same? How to clean up the data? If you remember yesterday, we discussed some keyboard shortcuts for changing the format. Any format to date, what it was?
Control shift.
mm. Control Shift 3,
Three.
Control Shift 3. Any format to percentage?
Control Shift
Control
5,
shift 5.
Any format to number?
Control shift 1.
1.
Control Shift 1. Similarly, any format to general, if you want to go for it on your keyboard, you see above to the tab key, there is one infinitive symbol is there. This is called tilde key. So anytime, any format you want to convert into general format, Control Shift and tilde. I repeat, Control Shift and tilde when you press together, that is going to give you the data in terms of general format. Now can you see when you go and apply, is it changing all the formats and cleaning all these comma separators and turning into general format?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we have understood the story of our data clean 2. And whenever you deal with the data with our SAP downloaded or SAP extracted or ERP extracted, these are the two columns majorly you have to focus and you have to clean them, and then your data is ready for next level. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask in this. Can I take that everyone is clear what we did?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Fine then. So let's go for the next one. Yes, Kritika, all good from your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, minor. Okay, fine then. So let's proceed to our next example, people. Naming call data clean 3. Okay, so here I'm giving a background story of this data. So no need to do anything. Let's focus on my storyline. I'm taking again two names from our story. Say our friend Deepika and I take Mamta. So Deepika and Mamta, if I take your names for the story, is that okay?
Yes. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Well, so take an example. Our friend Mamta, she is working in her laptop in a bank portal. So she has logged into the bank software and she is working in the bank portal, and she could see that there is a data of our bank name, bank account number, and bank code is beautifully designed, formatted, well tabulated, and yes, she has exported the data to Excel. Then she has logged out from the bank portal, and when she opened that Excel file, what she has exported, she could realize that the entire data is dumped like this. The entire thing, like bank name, bank account number, bank code, everything has been dumped into a single cell. And like this, there are 10,000 entries are there. Now, looking at the data in this structure, Mamta felt for a while this is not my cup of tea. So she could realize that pain and she immediately called up her best teammate. And who is that? Deepika. So when she called Deepika and she asked to Deepika that, Deepika, this is what the scenario. I have got the data like this. You just do one thing, get me only the bank code in the next column. Okay. So 10,000 records are like this. Out of that, only bank code alone to be extracted. So let's start with our friend Deepika. Deepika, what will be your move? How you'll be doing the job? How much time it will be taking for you?
For thinking itself, it will take some half an hour time for me, sir.
Definitely. That's I appreciate your honest answer. Now, being a friend to Deepika, is there anybody who would like to give a helping hand to solve this puzzle?
Is equal to left 9. That cell
Left.
and that.
Okay, because bank code is there at the end, so you could prefer to go for
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
formula. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Right,
Right.
no problem. Right. So somebody immediately gave that is Mamta. She gave the answer. Like we should go for this, comma. How many characters from the right side? The
9.
bank code, if you go for, it's of 9 characters. Are you see? It is 9 or 8?
Sorry, 8, 8, 8.
8 characters. So we should go for 8, and we got the result. Wow. The same when you go and apply. Are you getting all the places the bank codes properly? Just see. Not to go very far.
No, no.
So this is not working out. This is ruled out. Now, suppose say our friend Junaid gave Deepika a helping hand saying that, Deepika, why don't you try the text to column? So taking the data, going to the data menu, text to column. Then, since our data is separated by space, you should go for delimited and next go for space again. And
Yeah.
based on that, can you see the data has been separated? But the
Yeah.
problem is you got your bank code
Everything.
somewhere in H,
Yeah.
somewhere in G column, somewhere in F column. Again, we need to keep working with the individual cell items. This is also not working. Then having this scenario in this format, Deepika later realized that our friend Amit, he is having a good knowledge about Excel, because in each and every corporate someone will be having good knowledge about Excel, and we always approach to them for their help. Do you all agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I'm taking our friend Amit's name. Amit, is that okay if I take your name for story?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much. But I'm going to make you the villain of the story, don't worry. Well, so in this case, now when Deepika approached to Amit, Amit has understood the whole scenario and he gave a solution. What is that? This is nothing but the combination of if, len, mid, find, if error, search, and one more formula called substitute. So, and finally, when Deepika is watching, Amit has not finished the formula with close parentheses. It is end up with a curly braces, which is completely beyond of the understanding of our friend Deepika. So Deepika asked a question to Amit now. Amit, could you please help me in understanding the logic? So what Amit said, Deepika, you asked for the help, I did it. I have my one own work to do also. If you're really interested to know, please come to my desk at 5:30 p.m. I will help you out. So 5 o'clock, your bus is ready to leave. How you'll go for and still work for up to 5:30? So without understanding the logic, now Deepika comes back to the workstation. She started applying this formula. And sometimes it works, sometimes it fails because our data is not of consistent type. So Deepika got frustrated. She got lost out her tempo completely and she got irritated. She left everything behind. She started coming back to the original track and doing the job. So what is the meaning by original track? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. 10,000 times you have to do. Deepika, how long it will be taking for you?
It will take a hour, 1 hour about.
More than that?
Yeah.
10,000, you cannot do the work with the same speed or same consistency level or same
Yes.
tempo or
Yes.
same passion. So
Yeah.
2 hours or minimum 4 hours to be in safer side, Deepika has taken. So Mamta, do you have that much of patience to wait for 4 hours?
No.
So this is what the scenario. Corporates, when we demand some time, people are not interested to allot that much of time to work. They want everything should be happened immediately. So Deepika, now Mamta is saying to Deepika, what is there you are going to take 4 hours? Just do it in half an hour. So can Deepika ask a question to return? I mean, question return to Mamta saying that, Mamta, why don't you do it in just half an hour? I also can learn something from you. Can we ask something to our boss like this?
No.
Not at all. So we know the consequences, what is going to happen. So we can't dare even, and we are not supposed to. So in
Yeah.
this situation, what happens? Our friend Deepika, when she took 4 hours, though Mamta is not convinced, but she has no other option left because her best teammate is asking for 4 hours. And when our boss is not happy the way we are doing our job, though it is accurate or 100% perfect, but the way we are working, they are not convinced with that. And that leads to a question mark about our productivity. And when our productivity is questioned, that leaves a negative impressions in our KRA report. And when our KRA report is negative, that is going to give an impact to our appraisal system also, complete chain reaction. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. So this is what happens in the corporate world. So your time, what you are spending, that is being quantified, that is being monitored, and you are a hard worker or smart worker. That again going to be monitored in the corporate. So your efficiency level all the time being monitored and judged by the people. So you have to work hard on that. All right. So that's a different scenario. Forget about this corporate world. Now the question is, If I able to help you in doing the same job just in 10 seconds, not even 2 hours, 4 hours, just in 10 seconds, how much of quality time you can save, you can imagine a lot, isn't it? So let's start working with this. First thing first, select your column C and delete everything. Whatever we have, delete everything. And then go to our column B, select the first cell where the data is there, and you could realize that our bank code is there at the end of the statement. You could see in all the places. So that consistency is there. Yes. Irrespective of number of characters, forget about that. But bank code is always there at the end of the statement. Fine. Now just open that cell and select the bank code alone. Just select the bank code alone and copy that. Control C. Come to the next column and paste it and paste it. And once you paste it, keep the cursor and hit enter. Then get back to that cell where you have pasted your data, and on your keyboard just press a keyboard shortcut naming Control E, E for engine, and just see the beauty. On your blink of your eyes, entire 10,000 records wherever the bank codes are there entirely extracted like a magic show. So what is this Control E? Why we were not aware of this? What it does exactly? So Control E is nothing but it is one of the artificial intelligence tool of our Microsoft Excel, naming called Flash Fill. And it is available only if you are there in 2013 and above versions of Microsoft Excel. Earlier it was not there. Just check it out. Is it working?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
It's really a beautiful tool. Trust me, 90% cases when you want to go for data cleansing operation, this is going to make your life easy. So kindly confirm, is it working for everyone?
Yes.
Right. Any questions from anybody?
Sir, if
Yeah.
since it is at the end, we have taken this, whether it will work for all kind of scenarios, like if I want the bank name in that case, will it work the same?
Okay, we'll see that. Don't worry. We'll see that. So for the timing, we are in the now in the level one stage. What you're asking is level three stage. So we'll gradually grow up. Don't worry. Just give me some time. I will help you out. So right now, my question is how to use this Control E. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
So Prabhas,
right.
it will
Yeah.
fetch only the last data of the sentence. Is it like that?
No, no. See, as I told you, first thing first, over here, it is one artificial intelligence tool. Did you provide any kind of logic over here? Did you give any instructions to Excel?
No.
No.
No. So what it does exactly? See, when I took the data and when I copied and pasted, it established a relationship. What kind of relationship? That from the entire data set, after the last space, whatever the data is there, I have to extract. So for this data set, it has taken the logic like this. So the logic will differ from case to case depending upon the data. There is no standalone logic because this is a artificial intelligence tool, AI tool.
Okay.
So in this scenario, to answer the question precisely, in this scenario, anybody's mic is on, could you please scenario, what exactly it is happening? When I gave the instruction, just copy and paste, it automatically established the relationship with the data and understanding. After the last space, I have to copy whatever it is, I have to paste it. Same thing, the pattern is being pasted or applied for the rest of the cases. Now you could see some cases on my screen, it is just showing the numbers because those cases we do not have the bank codes, but Excel doesn't understand which is the bank code and which is the bank account number. So it has just extracted after last space, whatever it is. So this is what again, it is the artificial intelligence tool and it always follow the same instruction what you have given or what the logic it has set it across from the first data set, from the sample data set. Now this will vary from case to case. Now, as long as it is matching with your requirement, you can say flash fill is working fine for you. If it is not matching, it is not fetching the data properly, then flash fill fails. You can't help with it. If your data doesn't have the consistency, we cannot predict that, okay, flash fill is going to work like charm over there. All right. Now, coming back to flash fill, where do I get that? Because Control E is the keyboard shortcut. But you can ask me a question, Pravas. I'm little bit having fear I may forget the keyboard shortcut, Control E. But if you say something in the ribbon menu, it is printed in the mind. I could register the things easily. So if you want to explore flash fill from the ribbon menu, you need to go to Home tab, and towards your right, you have a option called Sigma AutoSum. Below to that, fill option is there. And if you go to that fill tab, within that, the very bottom, you'll be finding one option called flash fill. So this is our location number one, where you get your flash fill. Okay. Now location number two, if you want to go for in the data menu, do we have our flash fill? Yes. So next to text to column, you will be finding the option called flash fill and the keyboard shortcut Control E. So how to use flash fill? Where do we have that? What is the keyboard shortcut? So far we have discussed. Any questions?
Can we try with the second last one? Means 21154.
21154. What is that?
Row number 4, first one. First
Uh,
one after New Zealand.
we'll
Can
we'll
we
deal with
try?
that. We'll go there. We'll go there. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me some time. See, now this is our flash fill results. We got it. Okay. But remember one thing. You cannot use flash fill wherever you want. Okay. To use flash fill, you need to satisfy four rules. So which is very, very essential. Let me take you through the rules first. Then we speak about the things further. Okay. So first watch my screen, understand the rules, what exactly it is stating over there. Okay. Rule number one, flash fill says over there that ensure there is a data column. So there is a blank column next to data column. Okay. So what does it mean? Like if I have the data in column B, column C has to be blank. If column C is also containing data, I need to insert a blank column. This is what the first rule. Hope this rule is clear. Just check it out.
You mean
Yes.
to say, that we cannot apply formula in D column.
Yes, we cannot.
Okay.
But that is not the rule is about. That is another rule. What you are speaking about, that is another rule. Okay. My rule is over here. First rule, what I'm saying is, if your data is there in column B, column C has to be blank. If column C is also containing data, you need to
Mm.
insert a blank column. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, rule number two, after flash fill, make paste special values. What does it mean? Say, I have extracted my data by a flash fill. I need to copy that over there. I need to copy that. Control C. Right click upon the same. I need to go for paste special over here and I need to choose values. Is it really mandatory? Yes. If you do not do so, though you saved your file, you closed it, tomorrow when you reopen, then the data will change. The data will change. So this is the reason why it is always mandatory that once you extract your data with flash fill, go for copy paste special values. So this is nothing but over here the rule number two. After flash fill, make paste special value. Hope this rule is clear.
Yes.
Rule number three, create data header only after step two. Like what does it mean? Now suppose say I have not got my data. What I did first, just watch my screen, try to understand. I created my data header called bank code and then I tried to use flash fill. It will not work properly. Reason, Excel will understand this header is my base data. This header is my base data. And based on this, it will try to apply the flash fill for the rest of the cases and it will not work properly. So this is the reason why. First, you get your data, then make it as space special value, then you should go and create your header bank code. Okay, so this is our rule number three. Do not ever create the data header first. You create the data header only after making it a space special value. Rule number three. Is it clear?
Yes.
Rule number four. Ensure there is no formula on data column. Like, what does it mean? In column B, any of the cells should not contain any formula. Because if you would have tried some other formula to extract this result and based on this you try to apply flash fill, it will not work. Because flash fill doesn't respond to formula driven cells. So you have to ensure there is no formula in this column. If at all any formula is there, again, you need to go for copy, paste special value, then only you should go for paste our flash fill. So this is our rule number four. Ensure there is no formula over there in the data column. Hope this rule is also clear.
Yes.
Right. So I'm copying and pasting all these rules for you. Okay. So these rules are very, very essential. You have to remember them. And any point of time, any rule is not satisfied, then flash fill will definitely not work. So this is all about our flash fill basics. We have understood how to apply this, where is the shortcut, where is that option available in the ribbon tab, and what are the rules. If you have any questions at this state, please ask me.
So can you please just repeat that make paste special values related to mean step two, just
Yeah,
please.
yeah, you can select the data. You have to
Okay.
copy, Control C. You have to right click. There's an option called paste special. You should click that.
Okay.
You don't need to go for navigation of the same. You go and click. Then it will take you to the dialog box. You have to choose the option called values.
Okay. 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 Thanks.
Yeah, fine then. So now, knowing about this beautiful AI tool called Flashfill, Deepika, are you happy?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Now, Mamta, having a teammate like Deepika who does the work in no time, are you happy?
Yes.
Obviously, who doesn't want the efficient teammates, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, one thing we know, when boss is happy, what happens next? Yes, Deepika, when boss is happy, what happens next?
They will expect more from us.
Definitely. So expectation level goes high, workload increases, and that's what the truth of our corporate. We know that very well. And same thing happened with our friend Deepika also. So once he has delivered this bank code, immediately looking at the data, Mamta asked one more question that Deepika, thank you so much for getting me bank code. Can you get me the bank account numbers as well? The question, whatever it was running in your mind, if I have something in the middle of the statement, can I extract this by through flash fill? Let's go for it. So rule number one, ensure there is a blank column next to the data column, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we need to do, we need to go to our data and we need to take the bank account number. So when I take the bank account number, copy that and then go to our next column and paste it. And what is the shortcut for flash fill? Control
Control
E.
E.
Yeah, are you getting your data properly? Check it out.
Yes. But the
No need to go
format
very far.
is not proper.
Yeah, no need to go very far. Go for the second case only. Our
Yeah.
bank account numbers starts with 0. Any number or coding system, if it starts with 0 in the left, that 0 also have its own significance. I cannot ignore it or I cannot eliminate it. But this is what the problem when you go for it, and why
Yeah.
this is happening, that we are going to discuss. So first question over here is whether flash fill is working.
It's
Yes, people,
working, but
what's your opinion?
it's working, but the
Yeah, it's
format.
working. Mm,
Yeah, the output is not up to the mark, isn't it?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
right,
Yes.
right.
So absolutely
Sometimes it
true.
adds up.
Flash fill.
Mm,
Yeah, flash fill is working. That's why you could see all the rest of the cases, the cells are populated with the values. This is because flash fill is working. But only thing is the output is not matching with our desired format. So here, why this is happening with us? We need to understand some concept of Excel. See, take a look. The moment when you go for Excel and you type your data, take a look. If I type something over here, okay? Now, if I want to know how many characters are there, I should go for a formula called len. So there are 10 characters. Do you able to see all the characters in that cell? All of you?
Yes.
yes.
Right. Now, if I go and increase one more character, suppose say over here, one more character. Do you see all the characters?
Yes.
Yes.
If I go and increase one more character, now,
No.
No.
so what happens? What you have understood? That whenever you type your data in Excel, Excel tries to store the data in number format, and it has the limitation it can hold only up to 11 characters in the cell. If your data is exceeding 11 characters, it will not display with a proper number format. Now, in this case, we are not worried about our data, though it is of general number, text, whatever it is, but it should be displayed on the screen. So, how to make it? Just see. Same data, when I'm trying to store it with one apostrophe, with one single quote. So anything you store with apostrophe, Excel will store the data with text format. So can you see with immediate effect, there is a green color flag symbols also turns up.
Yes.
Yes.
So if I want to calculate now, is it the same characters we have?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now the data is in readable format. Whatever the format it is, it's none of my concern, but I'm able to read my data. So this is what now understanding the concept. If you go back to your data and you try to deal with what is going to happen. Here, our data, when you extract with Flashfill, it is trying to store the data within number format. And that's why we are getting this trouble. So kindly delete this. Now go back to your data. Go back to our data over here. Okay. And just copy this bank code and then come back to our next column. Don't paste it. Go for one apostrophe. So what is your apostrophe? Where we get that? You can see on your keyboard there is one single quote and double quote. Left side of your enter button you will be having. So there you go for single quote. And then go for over here pasting your data. Hit enter and then go back to that cell and hit Control E. And now you just check. Are you getting the exact account number including zeros in the left also?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is how, whenever you happen to extract your numbers, this is the right format you should update if you want to use flash fill. And rule number two, whatever the data you have extracted, copy them and go for paste special values. Paste special values. Rule number three, then you go and create your data header. So bank account number. All right. So if at all something in the middle, still we can fetch our data if the data is having some consistent nature.
Um, paste special is not working. Once I
I mean,
choose my
you have to copy. You have to first copy. After selecting the data, you copy first.
okay copy
Then right click on that.
and okay
Then you get
right
paste
click
special. Then you
paste
get paste
special.
special. Yeah, click on that and you'll be getting option values.
special and then values. Okay, how?
Yeah.
And then okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, got it. I wasn't
Then
copying
you
it.
go and create the data header bank account number. Yes. Any other questions from anybody?
Uh, my question is, what
Hmm.
if the format means, for example, if I want this, you have added a semicolon button. What
Hmm.
if I press with asterisk or and it will come?
No, no,
Mm.
because those are the ASCII characters and only single quote is already predefined by Microsoft Excel to turn something to text mode. So this is
Okay,
predefined. This is not we are doing it. This is predefined. Ampersand has a different command. Asterisk has a different operation. Question mark is having a different operation. So they are called as wild characters. Asterisk, question mark, these are called wild characters. Ampersand symbol, it is called as a concatenate operator.
okay.
Yeah. Now, once we have got this, now you can ask me a question. Pravas, these green color flag symbols are really annoying. Can we remove it? Yes, of course. You can select your data and go to that yellow color symbol in the left. Don't go for convert to number, go for ignore error. I repeat, go for ignore error. And once you go for this, this green color flag symbols will be removed. So this is how, even if some data is there in the middle, as long as there is maintaining a consistency and the flash fill is able to extract the same pattern of the data, and if it is matching our requirement, we can take it, not issue. So we have identified the bank code, we got the bank account number. Any questions as such, anybody? Or anybody is not getting the answer, need my support, do let me know.
Uh,
All right.
the
Yeah.
cell has more than 11 digits, so it shows like E and all, no? Like
Sorry,
the format will be different, right? So how would you want to change that? Like
I
just
didn't
for a
get you,
single
Simon.
cell. Okay, you showed down like there was an example which you were showing more than 10 digit. It's
Uh-huh.
you can't see all the. If you just want to change that for a single cell, how did you change it?
Yeah, you have to open that cell by F2 and go to the beginning of that cell, whatever the amount of data you have, go to the home and then type apostrophe. Like, what did I do over there? I have gone to that cell over here, the same data it was earlier. Okay, like this. I have gone to that cell.
Okay.
I have kept my cursor in the beginning or the home. This is called home position. And then I type one
Okay.
apostrophe. That is called one single quote. And then it will be turned out to be a text mode.
Okay. Fine.
Yep. Fine then. So this will be very, very helpful, people. As I told you, when you download the data from SAP or ERP, most of the time you will be getting the data messed up like this. So you have to extract your desired column and you want to keep working with that. So Flashfill will be helping out because see, though you have got good knowledge in Excel about the formulas, functions, and you have got the good knowledge about the features, tools, unless and until you have the data clean format, you are not going to get any kind of help for that. So you have to help yourself with the data cleansing techniques. So this is essential. Though you are working with any kind of role, your manager, supervisor, vice president, GM level, whatever it is. If your data is not clean, you have to always depend upon with your subordinate. So if they have time, they can give you the time and they can spend time for you. Well and good. Suppose they are occupied with all the other works. So definitely you have to wait for that. So instead of doing this, you can help yourself with the data cleansing and you can think about more data analysis, data planning, something you can do. All right. So bank code, we have got it. Bank account numbers, we have got it. Well, now again, our friend Mamta is appreciating the work of Deepika. What happens next?
Bank name.
Yes. So Mamta is saying now you have got all these two columns. So why don't you get me the bank names as well? So let's go for it. Create a column next to the data. And now you know how to deal with the same. Please take 2 minutes of time and get your bank names, please. All of you, give it a try.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
hmm But for example, in the second one, National Australia Bank Limited. Limited has not taken. And Union Bank of Switzerland bracket is missing in the last after Switzerland.
Well, so the question is, are you getting your details or not?
Details I am getting, but few of the words are missing in the last and few of the lines.
Right. So can you just tell you about that? Okay, I'm getting the data partially. Is he
Yeah,
going to respond yes for that? What will say? Just say me yes or no. This is how people react. Trust me.
yeah,
Do you agree? Yeah.
partially.
Mm. Yeah. Partially is not acceptable. So you will ask either yes or no. So you'll say no. So when it is no means flash fill is not working. Again. So as I told you people, 90% cases flash fill will work like a charm. So this is what the 10%. Though flash fill is operating, working, but that output is not up to the mark because there is no consistency over here. In this piece of data, if you look at the bank account, bank names, what is happening? Some bank names have two spaces. Some bank name has three spaces. Some bank has four. Some case it is three. So like that, the space, if you look at, it is not consistent, and this is the reason why Flashfill is unable to create that pattern. Flashfill is unable to create that pattern, and this is the reason why Flashfill fails. So when Flashfill fails, what are the options we have? Except nothing else going to the formula. So we have to deal with the formula and functions driven results. So what kind of formula we should use to extract our data? Like as we discussed, left, right, mid, find, substitute, if error, search, all these kind of formula combinations we have to use. So for our case, how to use that or how to get it, just watch my screen. If you look at my screen in our entire data set, this is our data set. No need to do anything, just watch my screen. This is our entire data. Do you agree?
Yes,
Think like a layman, no need to have some extraordinary thought process. From this entire data, if I want to know where is my unwanted data starts with, is it starting with our bank account number?
yes,
Now, this unwanted data, if I remove whatever the leftover is going to be nothing but my bank name. Do you agree?
yes,
So this is what we are going to do. From the entire data, first we'll remove the unwanted data and then balance whatever it is we want to fetch it as our output. How to do that? Let's see. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. Observe what I'm doing, understand the concept. Then next 1 minute you can try also. See, as I understand my bank account number, wherever it starts with, that is what the first point where the unwanted data is there, right? And to find out that, I will go for a formula naming called find. So what it demands me, find text. What you want to find, the bank account number. Already it is there in our right side, comma. Now, within text, where you want to find in the data towards my left. Now, what happens over here? It shows a number. What is this number signifying actually? If I start counting the characters, A as 1, U as 2, S as 3, like that, on 27th position, my bank account number starts with. Do you all agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Right.
yes,
Now, once I get to know, okay, on 27th position, my bank account number starts. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one more formula called left. Before find, I'm going to add one more formula called left. Now, what it does, left and right formula will be helping us to extract certain characters from left and right respectively. So, What it demands me is the text. Where is the data? Data is there in my left, comma. Then it asks me number of characters. How many characters from the left you are expecting? So find is already giving me 27. But 27th character is my first character of the bank account number. I don't want that. So what I want exactly, just one character less than that. So I can go for -1 over here. Simple logic. So bank account number is not going to come. And before bank account number, whatever the character starting from the left, it will be populating by using left formula. So now left formula to be closed. Okay, it is done. Now the moment I hit enter, can you see I got my data? Now the same I can apply for the other cases and I receive my bank name as well. So this is what the beauty people, when your formula driven result you want to work with to extract your data, you can take this kind of combinations. So go for it, please. So go with the same rhythm, the way I have explained. First, use the find formula, then use the left formula.
I have a question
Mhm.
where we can use find formula in what kind of scenarios?
See, find formula will be helping you to find out a certain character's position.
Okay, 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 okay,
That is
okay.
what the logic you have to apply. Just say,
Yes, yes,
take
yes.
an example over here. I have got a text called estimate. Okay. I want to know in this estimate how many characters are there. There is a purpose called len formula, which will be giving you the entire number of characters available in the cell. Now, if I ask you what is the position of M, ideally we start reading the data from left to right. So we go for E as 1, S as 2, like that. The moment I reach to M, it gives me 5 answer, correct?
Right.
So if I want to find out that position over here, find, I'll take M over here and I'll be getting the answer over here, taking like this as 5. Do you agree?
Hmm. Got it.
But one thing over here, you have to remember when you are looking at your find formula, it is
It's
case, it's
text.
case sensitive. It is case sensitive. Just see. Now in my data is in caps on, but I am searching now small letter. Can you see?
Yeah.
This is not going to give the result.
Hmm.
So it is a case sensitive formula. But if you are not clear, okay, you say, okay, Prabhas, I may forget about this. I would suggest instead of find, go for search formula. It is not case sensitive. So I'll take this data over here. What I want is my small letter, suppose. Though I have got capital M over here, but I'm giving a small m. And then same thing. So the text I'm looking for. Now this is going to give result. So search is not case sensitive, but find is case sensitive. This is the only difference.
So in that formula, can we use
Of
search?
course, of course, you can see search is not needed because we are looking for a number. So this is a problem only when you are looking for a text. So now we have looked for a number.
Mhm.
So even though it is not find, if I want to go for search also, I can go for that. So here I go for search and then I'll get the result. See,
Actually, I'm worried. Means if I forgot this formula, how to remember this?
you have to practice. That is the only way.
Yeah.
Now, so logic I have made you understand. Some people using search, some people using find. If you would have noticed, then why two different formula? Because of this reason. Because find is case sensitive, search is not case sensitive. Objective remains the same. Formula answer is going to be the same. Only nature wise it is two different. All right, people. So I believe everyone is clear with this nested formula, left hand search or left hand find, how to use this. Any questions from anybody?
What if the amount is also there in the column?
Where is the amount?
Mean- Means whenever means I have the data where
Uh-huh.
we extract the file from SAP, and in one
Mm-hmm.
cell itself everything is coming, amount as well.
Well,
So
you
with
can showcase the data. You can give me that sample data. I can help you out. No problem.
okay, okay,
Because
I will
without
sure.
looking at the data, we cannot predict how to do it and which formula. So we
Okay,
need to see the
okay.
data pattern. We need to see the data structure. Then we can decide what should be the right option. Should I go for flash fill or text column or text to column, or I should go for combination of the formula? Depends.
Yeah, I will surely show it
Right.
to you afterwards.
No problem. No problem. Now, I'll take you through these all are the real-time situation. I'll take you through one more real-time situation. Just watch my screen. No need to do anything over there. Okay. Technically, what it happens, people, sometimes when you go for our data, like the OEM industry, the manufacturing sectors, mostly we find a lot of trouble. So what kind of trouble I'll take you through? Especially the BOM case, the bill of material cases, we face a lot of trouble. So I'll take you through a real-time scenario. Just watch my screen. See, whenever we download the data, like our material code over here, it comes like this, always with some leading zeros in the left or right, something it turns out. Now, this material code is having this kind of zeros. Now, as per my BinCAD system, my material code always starts with one alphabets, maybe two alphabets could be the case, but it's always a alphanumeric combinations of my data. But having this kind of leading zeros in the left, it dilutes my data and I'm unable to do or apply any kind of formula, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP to fetch my records. So in this kind of scenario, how to clean this? This was a major challenge since 1985 till 2010 version of Microsoft Excel. But right now, we are working with the upper versions or the higher versions. See, it's no more a problem. What we can do, we can simply go to our data. We can select over here the entire data set, whatever we have, exactly the material code. I can copy this. I can come back over here. I can paste it. And then I can simply go for a keyboard shortcut, Control E. See the beauty. Absolutely clean data now. Now rest of things, copy, paste special value, you can do and take the data and you can operate with your other formulas. So this is how a real-time application where to use. I also showed you over there, people, right? Now, I'll take you through another situation. That was where else I can use it. Just do one thing. Go to this data clean 3 sheet tab, right click upon that and go to this unhide. There is a button called unhide. And when you choose unhide, you could see a list of sheets where you see an option called text challenge. Able to see text challenge?
Yes.
Select that and click OK. And then you'll be finding one more sheet generates over here, or it comes up now already. And the first case, if you look at, it shows me the example naming called first name and last name. So most of the time we receive our vendor's details, vendor name or customer name or employee name, something like this. Now suppose say looking at the data in this structure, my boss is not happy and he's telling me, Prabhas, He is the, I mean, it is the name. Why don't you combine that data and put it in one column? Why you are retaining two different names or two different columns for that? So if I want to combine, what we do basically, we go for a formula called concatenate. This is what our people recommend, refer, or suggest. But I don't recommend this. This is for your information. There is an Excel formula whose basic job is to combine or conjoin multiple cell strings. But what we have recommended over here, or people recommend you, or maybe a Super Excel user might be there, he will suggest you don't do this, go for this option equal to first name. Use the ampersand command. This will be acting like a concatenate formula. So after first name, we want a space. So space is a delimiter. We must define within two double inverted quotes a space. Then that will be combined with my first name. Then I should go for ampersand one more time to combine my last name. So this is how people will recommend, and this is our concatenate job. It will be doing with a simple ampersand command. This is what we do. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, this was the best option till yesterday, till you joined this training program. Now, I'll show you. We don't need anything because the more the formula, file size will be more, and it is also time consuming job. Again, I need to go for copy paste special value. A lot of things are around. I need cannot retain the duplicate data. All these things are there. Now, whenever you come across this kind of situation, what is the best thing you can do? Just watch my screen. I have got two columns, no doubt. I'll go to the third column. I'll type the formula. I mean, type the data, hurry, space, shadow. One simple instance I created. Now, simple, Control E, done. No formula, no functions. A simple keyboard shortcut is doing the job for you. So file size is not heavy and data processing also very fast.
Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, simple. You have the data. You can go to the next column and just type hurry, space, shadow, and then Control E, right? Hope it is working.
Yes.
Right. So you won't
This
imagine,
is so easy.
right? Absolutely. So trust me, you won't imagine a lot of time you can save because of this flash fill.
Yeah.
But it should
And
not be having headers.
so
Of course,
headers
I
we
mean,
can
see, headers is not a
put
big deal.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, now just see the result. Suppose say I have got some data like customer code or employee code or vendor code. It's always a alphanumeric combinations. Now suppose say I want to segregate alphabets in one column, numerics in others. I can go and simply just type A over here, okay, and then Control E. All the alphabets immediately extracted. Can you see? Similarly, when you go for the numerics, if I go for directly in this format, then it will not respond because it is trying to store the data in number format. I told you one technique. What is that you need to do? Just
Uh,
go for a
symbol.
apostrophe. Yeah,
Yeah. Apostrophe.
apostrophe and four times zeros and one. And then Control E. You all got the records. See? Alphabets in one column, all the rest of digits codes in another column. You don't need to go for text to column, fixed width, delimited. It's simply not required at all. Trust me. So this is how this is going to save a lot of time for you. All right. So now I believe that you got some complete understanding about this flash fill, how to use this, what are the rules, and if you believe that flash fill fails, what kind of formula I should use to extract our records. All right. So try taking different scenarios from your live workplace, whatever the data you are dealing with, where you are struggling really in the earlier times or previous times. Now, just learning this, you can make use of that. All right, so we all are clear with our data clean 3. Can I take that? Any questions still further is there?
Sorry to ask.
Yeah, no
Uh,
problem.
oh, that formula, please tell me once again. For example, in this scenario, what if I don't want zero in last
Don't
zero
want
zero
zero.
zero
Where?
one? No, no.
Okay, the text one. Text
Yeah,
one you're
text
talking
one.
about.
Yeah.
Okay,
Only
okay.
I want the numeric. I just forgot
Mhm.
that one. If I
Ah,
want only the numeric, one, one, two, one, two, three.
right. You can simply go for one and again control E. So here we are not getting because it is
Mm.
not creating a pattern. So what we
Yeah.
can do, just see, I can go and fill just one over here. I can go for one, two over here. Then I can go for control E. So over here, if I go for control E, what is saying? We looked at all the text and select did not person filling for value. Okay. So the best option, if it is not working, now suppose this is the data I'm taking over here. There are a lot
Mm.
of challenges because the headers are there and we have
Yeah,
data
yeah,
in the
yeah.
left
Exactly.
also.
I understood that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'll copy this. I'll paste
Mm,
it over here. I'll do it fresh.
mm,
So if I go for here, I'll go for
mm,
first one,
mm,
then next I'll go for one, two,
mm.
and then I'll go for control E. Should work. I mean, at least I should give a
Ever,
pattern to the data first. So I'll go for control E. It's not working still. Let's see.
I think above there is data, I think, in the above.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's not a problem. We can just delete that. Can delete that. Wait. So now if I go for control E, you got it right. Now we'll go for one, two. It's not able to create the pattern still.
No, just 2 minutes before you told us, showed us one formula that you can take only the text. I think in that material one.
Yeah, the material
Material.
code, that was the material code. Like, see, that was the alphanumeric combinations. But here, if I take it, what will be happening? Like the moment I go and populate, copy, and if I paste it, then what is going to happen? It will leave all the zeros, but including one also it is leaving. So I cannot deal directly. Suppose if it is not working, this is one case. If you are only would like to go for the numbers, there is no
Mm,
proper pattern over here. So in this case, what you can do is you can go for text to column because our data is of consistent of 5 characters, all the places you can see
yes,
5 plus 6. So
yes.
you can go for fixed width, simple, and you can take this over data over here like we can go for a column, next, and finish.
Okay, okay.
That's it. We have the options,
Yes.
right?
Okay,
My
okay.
simple recommendation would be
Mm,
first you
mm,
try to use flash fill. If
mm,
it fails,
mm,
then go for text to column or
mm.
formula driven results.
Okay,
That will
okay,
be
okay.
your next option.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Got
No
it.
problem. Yeah. All right. So I believe data clean 3, whatever we discussed, it's properly registered in our mind, whatever we
Yeah,
discussed.
yeah, yeah.
So only thing is you have to practice a lot and taking different scenarios. You need to keep using the same technique. If it fails, you do let me know. You can drop me a mail with your sample data. I will definitely help you out. Whether
Mm.
flash fill is working or not in that case, or can you use flash fill, or you have some other alternate option, I will guide you. Don't worry. So kindly save all your workbooks, people. With this, we'll go for a short break of 15 minutes. So in my system, it is 4 o'clock dot 4:15 p.m. Again, as per IST, we are going to catch up. So have a brisk and come back soon. We'll discuss the rest.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'll be mute. I'll be back by 4:15. All right, so I believe everybody's back. Could you please respond in the chat box? Why for yes? All right, then. So let's go to our next sheet, naming called data fill. So here we have got two data set. Let me take you through the problem statement, what we have with us. Suppose say my boss asked me, Prabhas, get me the entire revenue report. So I gave a respective T code in my SAP system. I download a report having near about 50,000 row items in this format. Like we have got the store detail. And these are the products we are selling to our customers in the outlets. And this is the revenue we have made in terms of lakhs, say 1,000 records. My boss is not quite happy watching the same in this format. And he immediately asked me, Because this data is of no use for me, you keep it with you. Just get me only the continental sources related records. I repeat, out of 50,000 records, boss wants to see only continental sources related records. So, if this is the need, how to present it? If you are in my place, how you are going to present the data? What we should do? Ideally, what you do when you have a huge volume of data and people are expecting some specific records, what you do basically? We go for filter if you do not.
Filter.
Yes. So this is what we do. Everybody agrees to that. So where we need to apply filter in the product description. So what we do, we select our headers, we go for filter, Control Shift L, Alt D, FF, anything, whatever you feel comfortable, or right click filter also. We do have the options and you can do that. Now going to product description, we apply filter for continental sources. So I go for continental sources over here, searching the records. I go and click OK. This is how we operate with our filter. Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, if we are doing like this, then trust me, we have to stop doing it. Reason? Nothing wrong. What we are doing is absolutely perfectly fine. But the amount of time what we are spending for application of filter, this is not accepted. The reason? This kind of operation, if a standard 5 student is doing, then definitely we can accept it. We can consider that because this is the first time he's learning Excel. But not like a professional like us. Like when you have worked in Excel quite a long or having a decade could be the case. And if you are doing the operation of filter like this, then this is not accepted. So now the question is how to do a quick filter. Just see the beauty. What I'm doing, try to understand. I'll go to my data, of course. I'll take my cursor to continental sources. I'll go for right click, filter, selected by cell value. See the beauty? With no time. Same things are happening. So I no need to first go and activate filter, then product description column filter to navigate, then sources to select and select on select all these things. See how quick it is. Try this. Going to continental sources, right click on that, filter selected by cell value and confirm. Is it quick enough?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
So this is how some information you can navigate quickly through mouse also. It's not necessary or mandatory that all the time keyboard shortcuts are going to help us, but yes, major cases keyboard shortcuts is going to help you in saving your time. Anyway, now the moment I go for this, though continental sources records have been filtered out and displayed on the screen, still my boss is not happy. Why? The reason is very simple. What
A
store
column is blank.
details are missing? Yes, store detail is missing. So anybody can definitely comment upon that. So same thing my boss also asked me. She asked what kind of data you are preparing. This is not giving the store detail. So can I ask a question to my boss in return? Sir, why you are giving the task with installments? You could have asked me in the beginning itself that I need store detail wise, store wise continental sources. I could have made something. I could have got the data. So can I pass some kind of statement like this in return to my boss?
No, we cannot.
Not at all. So what you have understood, always remember one thing, in the corporate, demands will be always less, but the expectation will be always high. So when my boss was asking continental sources related record, that was just a demand. But when I'm presenting my data, I should have presented along with the store detail. That was what the expectation. So if you want to make a difference at your workplace, you have to exceed the expectation. Now, why we are facing this kind of trouble? The reason is if you look at our store detail column, only the first row item is containing the store detail name or the city name or the region name. Rest of the cells are blank. And this is again one more default format when you download the huge volume of data from SAP. It comes like this, or any other ERP version, it comes like this. Now, our job is we need to fill all these blank cells with the exact city name or store detail name. Then only this data will be useful for the next level. We can prepare a pivot table, we can apply filter, we can go for a subtotal, anything you want, you can do with that. But how to do it? We have got 50,000 records. If I go and do one by one, it will be taking a lot of time. So the best way what you can do is people with no time how to make this data ready, keep your cursor in the store detail column and select your whole column. How to select? You cannot go for one sort to select it because this is having a non-contiguous cell data. So when you have regular intervals, some blank cells in place in the column, how to select the whole column? The best option. Keep your cursor in the store detail column header and then take your mouse pointer to your right side. The scroll bar is there that you just drag it to the bottom. And can you see the last row item of that column A is visible? The last yellow colored cells is visible? Yes. Now, where is your active cell actually? Though we have scrolled down, where is your active cell? You can see there is a box over here called name box. This is called name box. So this is your active cell box. So our active cell is in A3 only. Though we have reached to A63, our active cell is still A3. So what you need to do now, just be careful. Just see. You take your mouse pointer to the last cell. Don't click. Just take your pointer to that cell. But once you would like to select, holding the shift button, you have to click that cell and entire column would be selected. Try this.
Can you please repeat?
Please
Yep.
repeat it once.
Yes. Yes. Anybody's mic is on. Could you please keep your mic on mute? Okay. Just follow my instructions. I kept my cursor in the store detail column header. I take my mouse pointer to the scroll bar. I have brought it to the extreme bottom and I could see my last row is there visible. Yes, I will take my mouse pointer to the last cell, but don't click. When you would like to click, pressing the shift button, click the last cell. The entire column will be selected. Check it out. Right? I believe this is happening. Selection. This is the best way to select the non-contiguous cells.
Yes, done.
Right. Now, once you are done with this, leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, go for Control G. Data clean 1. We have already discussed this. Control G brings you the go to dialog box on the screen. And there you go for the special button. So when you go for the special button, it will take you to your go to special dialog box on the screen. Okay. Then here we have an option called blanks.
Yeah.
And then click OK. You will be finding from the entire column only blank cells are alone in selection. Let it be. Leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, immediately type equal to. You can notice it will start typing in the first blank cell of your entire column. Now, just click the above cell. Just click the above cell or the previous cell and hit Control Enter. So when you hit Control Enter, can you see the entire column of our store detail? Is it being populated with the respective city names? So this is how the
Yes,
time
sir.
saving
Yes.
technique you can apply to make your data ready to the next level. Okay. Now, if you would like to go for your continental sauces, you can right click, filter, selected by cell value. Done. So please give it a try. We have got case number two. Let's make a hands-on practice with immediate effect in the next data set, store detail column.
Can we apply this in pivot? Means
No,
whenever we
no,
apply. No.
no, no. Pivot, we have a different options. I'll tell you when we
Okay.
go for our day three training.
Okay.
I will tell
Okay.
you about all these things in pivot case. Yes, whenever you can share your screen. No, no, no. Just remove that equal to also. Yeah, select the store detail column. Keep the cursor in the store detail column header. Yeah. Now take the scroll bar down, 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 down. Yeah. Now hold on, hold on, hold on. Holding the shift button, select the last yellow colored cell. Holding the shift button, select the last yellow colored cell. Yes. Now just go for Control G. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't scroll and all. Yes. Click special, click special, select blanks, click OK. Now immediately type equal. Don't click, don't. Now just I'm telling, please follow my instructions. Yeah. Now Control G, special, blanks, click OK. Now hold on. Leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, leave your mouse, leave your touchpad. Equal to. Just type equal to. And then take the previous cell. Click the previous one and hit Control Enter. Control Enter. Right. Same thing you need to apply in the case 2 also towards your right side. We have got case 2. The same data. Just make a practice of this, whatever you have learned. All right, so the story of data fill, I believe it's clear. Any questions from anybody?
No.
All right then. So now let's go for our next data set, naming called sorting. So we have seen different types of sorting options. Basically, that will be helping us in the data arrangement and all, isn't it? So when you have alphabets, we have to go for sorting the data in A to Z or Z to A. If you have numbers, smallest to largest, largest to smallest. If you have date, oldest to newest, and newest to oldest. This is what we know. The same thing we are going to do now. Just see. We have our data. Say, take an example. My boss asked me, Pravas, get me the entire employee related records. So I gave a respective T code. I could generate near about 10,000 records. It comes in this format. Like department name is there, employee name is available, date of joining of those employee and salary they draw. Complete picture is there. But looking at the data in this format, my boss is not quite happy. So what he said me was, why don't you arrange the data based on the department? So why he's so specific about the department column? Let's go and check. If you look at our department, we have our department first department name finance, then admin, third HR, fourth again finance. Means data is there, but it is shuffled, it is jumbled. That's why this is not having any sense. And that's why my boss is expecting the data should be in order. Like what he's expecting? That each and every department wise data should be there in one place. It should not scattered, it should not be shuffled here and there. For that, we need to go for definitely our data arranging tool called sorting. So how we go for sorting? There are three different locations we get our sorting options. What is that? If you go to home tab, we do have a sort and filter option where we can use custom sort. This is our location number one. You can go to your data menu. We do have a ready-made sorting option over here also. You can go for it. You can go to your data, right click, and there also sorting custom sort is also available. So whichever it is comfortable for us, we can take it. But if you ask me, I would suggest always keep working with the keyboard shortcuts because sorting is something we'll be dealing with that so many times in a day. So the best option, what you can do is Alt DS is meaning for data sorting. So you can select your data, go for Alt DS one by one. Are you getting the sorting dialog box on the screen?
Yes.
Now, sort by, as my boss was expecting, department. What type of data? Alphabets. So A to Z, Z to A, order is already set. We don't need to be worried about. You can go for over here, A to Z only, click OK. So you could see now all the department-wise data is grouped together. So accounting at one place, admin at one place, HR at one place, and this is ready. But still my boss is not happy. And what is expecting? He is saying, Prabhas, no doubt you have department-wise data you have grouped. But I just want to know, his focus has gone to the salary area. So he is expecting now, department-wise, whatever the highest salary should be there in the top, and whatever the lowest one should be there in the bottom. This is what he's expecting. So that's called our multi-layer sorting or multi-level sorting. So how to do a multi-layer sorting? Let's go and discuss. So keeping your cursor anywhere in the data, Control A, and then go for over here, data sorting. And already department-wise sorting happened. We should not touch that. We should not tamper. We should not modify or alter that. But yes, there is an option in the top left corner naming called add label. So you can click that. And this will be added one blank layer on this our sorting dialog box. And what my boss is expecting based on the salary, what type of data it is holding, the numbers, and we know when numbers are there, the order changes, smallest to largest or largest to smallest. What boss is expecting, largest to smallest, kindly select and click OK and see the beauty. Each and every department wise, the highest salary is there in the top and the lowest one. Is it there in the bottom now?
Yes.
So this is how people we have understood how to go for multi-layer sorting. And remember, Excel has a limitation. You can apply maximum up to 30 multiple layers, 30 multiple layers of sorting. But that is never needed also. But just for the information, you can add 30 multiple layers. All right. So I believe this is clear what we did.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anything new you happen to see? In this exercise, sorting, whatever we discussed for last 5 minutes, is there anything new you happen to see or happen to know you were not aware of that?
We use the options available in the home.
Mhm. Anybody else? So, if nothing is new, can I take that everybody is well aware of the fact whatever we discussed so far?
Actually, the level sorting
Mm-hmm.
was new.
Okay, great. And as I
Same
understand, keyboard
here.
shortcut Alt DS also something. If you're using well and good, some people may not be using that, and today they have come to know, I could say. Now, I don't think that there is a value addition to my knowledge, whatever we discussed so far. If it is there, well and good, I am glad. But suppose say somebody he feels that any point of time, Prabhas, what you said last 5 minutes, it's nothing new, then you have wasted my time. I'm here to learn something new, right? But still, knowing about this fact that you guys are aware of what is sorting, but still I took your 5 minutes of time to explain all these things. Well, that's a duplication of work, no doubt. Keep that things on hold. Say, I'm putting it in a more precise way. This is what we did. My boss is quite happy, no doubt about it. But when I'm presenting the same to my audience, I repeat, my boss is happy. But when I'm presenting the same to my audience, they are not happy watching this. Why? Did you do anything wrong?
Graph,
If that is the
graphical.
case, graphical presentation. Okay. So this data, if you go for a graphical presentation, how it is supposed to be like this, is it going to make any sense?
No,
No.
no.
So I am not asking anything new over here. What you have learned since day one, whatever we discussed so far, if you focus, you have the answer. So why my audience is not happy? First question. The reason is sorting is anybody's task. Anybody can do that. Don't you think so?
Yes.
So when anybody can do and you are also doing the same, do you think that audience is going to get satisfied with your job delivery? Not at all. So what audience is expecting? Something different, something unique, and something what you are presenting, it should take your presentations to the next level. So that's what people
Data
want to
presentation.
find out uniqueness in your creativity, something, and then it will be reaching to the next level. So think about it. What you could have done so that the audience would have been happy watching the same. Yes? Any opinion?
Tabular
We can
format?
categorize by salary or the date of joining.
Sorry, Deepika?
We can sort salary wise or date of joining.
No, no. Further sorting is not possible because your salary is
Tabular
already
format?
yeah. So your salary is already dependent upon the department column. So again, date wise sorting is not possible in this case. You could have done the sorting only based on the date, that is different story. But again, the department will be disturbed, salary will be disturbed. So that's of no sense. Huh, you could have done like you can converted your data into tabular format to give a eye-catchy presentation. Fine, that I could accept. Yes. Anything else? As I told you, nothing new, just what you have learned from that.
You can check how many months or years an employee has been in the organization. Like date of joining is mentioned. Like, can we add another
Right.
column, or you're saying in this also?
Yes. Yes, yes. Another column. We can go for one experience column, right? So that is also going to be value addition. What do you say? Yes or no?
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how to get that?
paid if
Uh,
Right, absolutely. Very good. Yesterday we discussed about some hidden formula, right?
yeah,
Date for
dative.
last topic.
Yeah,
So we can go for this. What it demands, start date, that is date of joining, comma, end date. We can take
months
today's date.
today.
And then in terms of years, we are experienced, we are providing in terms of years, months, nobody's interested. So we should take it within two double inverted quotes. Why? Y represents our year. We have discussed that. Do you agree?
Yes.
So bracket close. It will be giving me 21. So this is a value addition to my work. And people will love to see that. Right? Go for it. Right? I believe it's clear. It's a value addition to our work, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Don't you think that people would be more happy if I give the story department wise how much salary we have given? If I would have made a bucket of department wise how much salary goes, don't you think that it would be a value addition to the work? Right? So this is what you have to always give a add-on to the data. People will not demand all those things, but people will expect. So what we have done so far, people, anybody's job, and this is doesn't going to add any kind of value addition to our work. So now, how to present it differently? How to grab the audience attentions towards our report? How to make our report to stand out of the crowd? How to make people feel that this is really worth appraisal or it's worth appreciating about the work and people are having some different knowledge or some uniqueness in the presentation, how to give such kind of feeling by making it differently. So always try to explore the things in a different way and present it in a unique way so that people would be happy watching the presentation. So now let's go on to the same, how to do the things different. So we have got another data set towards our right side. Go back there in the right side, whatever the data set. Okay. Select your data, select your data and go for data sorting. What is the shortcut? Anybody quickly?
Alt DS.
Yeah, go for it one by one. So once you go for Alt DS over here, and the moment you go for sort by, don't go by the name or department or anything, just go for salary and choose the order largest to smallest. And once you choose the order largest to smallest and click OK, with immediate effect, you would find your salary column data will be sorted in largest to smallest order. All right. This is our step one. Now, select your data, Control A. Step two, convert your data into table. Yesterday we discussed one keyboard shortcut. Anybody?
Control T.
Very good.
Control T.
Control T. T for tango, T for table. Go for it, Control T, and the moment you click OK, your data will be converted into table. This is step two. Now, keeping your cursor anywhere in the tabular data, if you look at your ribbon tab, we have got another tab activated, naming called Table Design, Design Options, depending upon the version of Microsoft Excel. Able to see? Yesterday also we discussed about that. And the option we explored yesterday called total row. But today we are not going to deal with the total row. We are going to see there's a beautiful option called filter button. By default, you can see the option is on. You got to deactivate this filter button. You have to deactivate this. This is our step two. Hope it is clear what we did. Now, keep your cursor above to the date of joining cell and name it as total. Total. And next to total cell, you can keep your cursor and there you go for a formula in Excel, beautiful formula. The name is called subtotal. Very powerful but bit peculiar formula. Why it is so peculiar? Because in subtotal itself, many more formula is there. So basically, we are going to deal with the formula name called sum. Can you see what is the number assigned to that? If you go for subtotal formula and sum
Nine.
function, it's 9.
Right.
Yeah,
Nine.
this the same you can apply or manually you can type or you can double click on sum formula. Automatically, the same number is going to be displayed on that subtotal formula box. So now we have declared that we need to apply the sum formula. But where? So put comma, after 9 give comma and select your first salary on the salary column, the first salary value, select and select the rest. Control Shift down arrow key and hit enter. This is going to give you a total of 29 lakhs 11,878. Can you confirm the same total you have received?
So can you please repeat once?
Yep. You have to go to subtotal formula. Did you type subtotal?
Yes.
Then have you taken the sum formula? Double click on that.
Yeah. Did.
9 will be appearing in the formula box.
Yes.
Then go for comma.
Okay.
Then select your entire salary column top to bottom. Not the header, only the data points. And the moment you hit enter, this is going to give you that total.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Right. Now keep your cursor in that salary total and any point of time to convert any format to currency format. Control Shift 4. Control Shift 4. And whatever your default currency, though it is dollar or Indian rupees, whatever it is, it will come automatically. But we don't want that post decimal 00 characters. And to remove the same, I told you Alt H9 yesterday. Now, once it is done, keep your cursor above to the total cell. Keep your cursor above to the total cell and there go to insert. You have an option called shapes, which is there in the illustration group. This is what the illustration group within that shapes is there.
Yes.
Take a rectangle shape. So once you take the rectangular shape, you just draw this in this format the way I'm doing. And there you do the necessary changes to the formatting. You can apply some different colors and all. There is a format tab will be activated in the extreme right of your ribbon. And there you go. Change the shape fill to different color. If you want, you can go for it. Not a problem. Okay. So whichever the colors you like, you can take it. It's up to you.
Sh- Show it once again where it is shape will insert. Yes, insert then.
Shape
Okay.
and one rectangle. Now that rectangle, what you have got, select that. You will be getting in your extreme right one format or shape format box will dialog box or ribbon tab will be generated. And in that you can go for shape fill and you can have your own colors or you can go for shape styles. You can have your own styles also from this point. You can take anything which you like. Now, once you get your shape ready, select your shape and go to your formula bar and type equal to there. In the formula bar, type equal to. I repeat, selecting the shape, go to the formula bar, type equal to, and refer to that 29, 11 lakhs, 878, the total cell, and hit enter. So that value will be embedded in your shape box, right? Now, if I want to give some high contrast text over here to the background, I can change the text fill. To increase the font size, go for Control Shift and greater than symbol to increase the font size. And to make it center, go for Control E. Right? So I believe now you got the same total, whatever you have in the total cell.
Please show it once again.
No, what you are not getting that? Can you please share the screen?
How
Let
to,
me see.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Till here I reached. Okay.
Uh, yeah. Huh.
Uh,
Now,
Okay. Now font cells, what the shortcut that you told?
first you
Control
go to
Shift.
1 minute. First you go to the shape format. Text fill is there. You change the color to white color because you are using high contrast background. Text fill in that shape format only. Text fill towards your right. Text fill. Right, right, right. Huh. Then you go for white color. Go for white color. Yes. Now Control Shift and greater than symbol.
Control Shift. Okay.
And greater than
Greater
yeah.
than.
Yeah. Keep hitting. It will increase the font size.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I
Right.
was using arrow button. Okay,
That is what.
got it.
Now make
But
it
the
center.
color, but
Yeah.
color
So
is not
yeah,
changed.
you are not applied. You just apply, select it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
And
make it center.
for
Make
send
it center. Control E.
control. A. Okay,
Right.
got it.
Yeah.
And
So I
now it's
believe
looking
now,
good.
yeah. So now everyone is clear what we did and we got the things ready. Now what you need to do next is over here, you can simply take that shape and cover these values, whatever we have created, like total and 29 lakhs. These techniques, whatever I shared with you, this will be helpful while designing the dashboards. This is how you will be finding the any kind of numbers or financial records, results, or your head counts, anything you are defining, it will be adding more beauty, this kind of high definition, colorful buttons in the dashboards. Most of the time you'll be fine. I'll show you. It's not about, I'm just showing it. Just watch my screen. So if I go for some images over here, okay, especially the results, how it has been defined, we'll discuss about it. I'll take it through. Yeah. So here, this records it's getting populated. Site is very slow. Hmm. Okay. So this is what this 57%, 68%, 5%, and these values, how it is looking so great, or how it is standing out of the crowd and it is immediately attracting the audience attentions towards this, because these are being created from this kind of shapes and it is connecting to the Excel cells also. So you see these values over here, this value over here. So this is how the moment we go for this, suppose I open this. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll copy this image and I'll go for one Excel and I'll paste it. Okay, this looks good, isn't it? So these values, whatever I'm showing, this is the technique what I showed you, it is being used, nothing else. So how they create this kind of buttons, how they get all these things, this is the technique. All right. So this is again, as I told you, to create a dashboard and all, you can make use of these options, nothing else. Now, once we have done with this, keeping your cursor anywhere in the table data, anywhere, go to our table design or design, whatever it is coming up in the extreme right. Do you see an option called insert slicer?
Yes.
Click on that. It will take you to a dialog box. You will be finding four options are there, but department alone is not selected. So you can select the department over here and click OK. So once you click OK, a box will generate and the same you can hold it and drag it next to the data. And now this is ready. So when I'm presenting the same to my audience, anybody is asking me, Pravas, just show me the HR data. I can click simple human resource. All the HR records will be displayed. Total salary of HR department, it is appearing in that top. What is the highest salary of HR? It is there in the first row item. What is the lowest salary of HR? It is the last row item. Anybody needs finance records. I click finance, all the finance related records will be visible. Anybody looks for marketing, this is what the marketing data. Can you see? Same thing we are presenting, but our presentations technique is different. Now you just let me know. Being an audience, if you are watching my data, which one you prefer to see? Option one or option two?
Option 2.
Anybody's choice would be. So this is how people expect something different. We did not do anything great over here. Simple things, but making a huge impact. And what is stealing your entire show is this slicer. People know about Slicer. They believe Slicer is possible only if you are there in pivot table. But where we have made it possible in a normal data. How? By converting the data into table. So this is one more advantage of your format as table option. If you convert your data into table, this kind of slicers you can arrange, you can integrate, you can navigate on the real-time impact or dynamically. And once your presentation is over, if you want to restore your data, you can simply click on this right top corner of department slicer. There's a clear filter button is there. You can just click on that and slicer will restore. Just try it on. Any doubt, any queries, do let me know.
Can I share my screen? I'm not able to
Yep,
do this.
yep.
Actually, it's very good that you're teaching all these things.
Mhm.
Uh,
Everything is new, means especially this tabular format is very new.
Yeah. 1 minute, Amit. You have not converted your data into table. This is the first thing you have missed out. So select your data,
okay.
convert into table, Control T,
Mhm.
click OK.
Okay.
Right. Now go to the table design, go to the table design ribbon tab. There you
Hmm.
have filter button. One option is there. Checkbox is on. Filter button in the right side. Right. You're going left. Right.
Right
Uh,
side, this one.
No, that is the styles.
Filter button,
Yes.
huh?
Yes. That you deactivate. Right. Now keeping your cursor on the table, same table design, you have an option called insert slicer in the left, little bit left.
Insert slicer, this one.
Yeah. Click on that. Yes. Click on that and choose department checkbox and click
Okay.
OK
Okay.
and take that box towards your right side. And now operate, navigate, click any department. That department records alone will be displayed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And once your data present is over, to restore the data, top right corner, you have a clear filter of the department checkbox. No, not there.
Okay, this one.
Yes.
Clear filter.
Correct.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. So this is how people we have understood in our sorting case studies that generic way, the way you are presenting your data, nobody is interested to see your records. But when you present something different, people appreciate, they will clap, and they will definitely consider it's worth attending this presentation or it's worth reaching this report and going through this, because when you have huge data, people feel that it's boring. They don't have time to go through this. But the same data we are presenting, nothing new, same data, but we are making it in such a way people feel like just working with to navigate something on a click of button, things are having real-time impact and it is showing the data dynamically. All right. So taking the live data, keep practicing about all these things. If you have any queries, you can very well drop me a mail. No issues. Now, coming to the next. The sheet name is called multi-DB filter. Sometimes what it happens, friends, we need to showcase multiple scenarios or multiple stories in one interface. So if that is the case, multiple database is there. If that is the case, then how to present our data? Let's see. Suppose say I have got two units. One is there in one plant is there in Chennai and one plant is there, suppose say in Mumbai. Okay. So I have got two plants. My boss is saying, Pravas, from Chennai plant data, I want to see only Karnataka records. So I'll go to Karnataka, right click, or filter selected by cell value. So from Chennai plant data, I give Karnataka records to my boss. Pretty clear, nothing new,
But
right?
we can use that tabular format and that go to table and how you showed in that previous tab.
Like
No,
using
not necessary. See, that was the people where we are not clear what is the ask. We are not clear. We are giving a helping hand, whichever the data they want to see on a click of button, they would like to see, they can see that. But here the ask is clear. From
Okay.
Chennai data, I want to see only Karnataka records. I presented this. From Mumbai data, my boss is saying I want to see only April month records. So if I go to April now, right click on that, filter, selected cell value, what happens? My Mumbai data is filtered with April, but my Chennai data, whatever filter, it has gone. Can you see that?
yes.
Yes.
So this is what the major problem. When you have multiple data sets, we cannot apply filter individually with multiple data sets. So because filter is a toggle key. So first impressions to activate filter, second impressions to deactivate filter. So when we had applied filter in the first data set and when we go for the second one, it is deactivating the first one and applying to the second one. This is the problem. Now, having said this, when I go and present my data to my boss, I am saying, sir, it is not possible the way you are expecting the data output. Technically, it was not possible since 1985 till 2003 version of Microsoft Excel. But right now we are working with the higher versions. So it is no more a problem. Just see the beauty. What we can do if you want to showcase multiple data sets in one interface, just convert your data into table. So we can select the data, convert into table, Control T, we know. And now Chennai data, which region? Karnataka. So I'll go for Karnataka. Karnataka records are displayed. Now, Mumbai, which month? April month. I can go for simply April, right click, filter, select by cell value. This is also on. See, 2 minutes back, we were unable to apply filter, but now by simply playing a trick, converting the data into table, even though I have got multiple data sets, no worries. I could showcase my report interface in one in worksheet, right? So this is again one more advantage of your format as table. So when you have multiple data sets, you can apply multiple filter also. Hope it is clear, working. Is it working?
Yes.
All right. If you have any queries, do let me know. Fine then. So now let's go for working with our next sheet is called data visualization. So since day one, if you would have seen, we have seen some formulas and functions to make our life easy, to bring the accuracy at the workplace. We have also seen how to make our data informative, how to make our data presentable, what are the kind of formats we can apply to give a different meaning to our data set. Then we have seen some hidden formulas or functions of Excel again to make our job easy. Then we have explored how to use the data analytical tool of our Microsoft Excel called GoalSig. Then we have seen the various uses of our data cleansing techniques, that how to make our data ready for next level so that we'll not be facing any kind of challenges for the further course of action. Then we saw how to present our data differently by using this kind of slicers and giving a beautiful visual filter buttons. Then finally, we are going to see how to visualize our data. Now over here, visualization, when it comes to picture or if it is a ask, what is the first thing it comes to our mind? Is it charts and graphs? You are right. If suppose somebody is asking me, Prabhas, why don't you visualize your data? So what is the first thing it comes to my mind? I can present my data in a graphical format. This is what everybody's thought process. But trust me, people are not happy exactly watching the same, because chart is something, it is always occupying a lot of space. And unless and until you present it effectively, nobody is interested to see the charts. But mere visuals, what it happens, along with the charts, we have some other visual tools. When you use it, what will be happening? It is not going to occupy much of your space, and it will be enriching our data beauty over there. So we are going to explore something over here, something different. Not exactly with the charts, but more or less it will be giving that kind of feeling. But how? Just say, suppose say these are the products I have sold to my customers and this is the revenue I have made. I have prepared a tabular data, no doubt. It is anybody's job. Now, if I want to present it something different to my boss, having some kind of visuals, how to present it? Keep your cursor next to USD column and name it as visual. Okay. Now, select your visual column range completely like this. Expand your column a bit the way I'm doing. Kindly confirm all of you have done up to this.
Yes.
Please repeat it once again.
Nothing, just design a column called visual, expand the column, and then select the visual column range like this.
Okay.
Now, once you have selected, just immediately leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, go for equal to, and then take the reference from the left. Take the reference from the left. And then once you do this, hit Control Enter. So immediately you could find the USD column data will be populated in the visual column. You could have asked me a question, Pravas. We could have gone for a simple copy paste. Why did you take a long route? The reason is tomorrow when I go and change my USD column data, I no need to do again a copy paste. Since it is formula driven, it will automatically get updated. Hope you got the reason.
Yes.
Right. Now select your entire visual column the way I have selected. And over here, go to our home tab. You will be finding a beautiful option in the conditional formatting naming called data bars. When you go and navigate, you will be finding over here, it opens with two broad categories like gradient fill and solid fill. So take one gradient fill out of this light blue data bar style or whichever the styles you like the most, you can opt it. And once you select, it will be applying the same style to the data set, what you have with you, correct? So when you look at your own data, what kind of feeling you are getting when you apply the same? Anybody?
It's looking so great.
Like looking appealing look we get and
Right. So looking great, no doubt. Audience will be happy, that is for sure. But more or less, it gives a feel of as if a bar chart we have created. Yes or no?
yes.
Right. So now, what we did, anybody can do. It's not a great thing over here that we can back some appreciation immediately. But yes, so when anybody can do, now the time has come to discuss how to make our presentation different from others. Okay. So what you can do over here is selecting the entire this visual. Okay. Now wait over there. Though it is giving a feel of more or less a bar chart, but how it is different from a bar chart? Let's have a discussion. Why I need to update the reasons. See, if you create a bar chart out of this data, the data will be in one location, bar chart will be in another location. But here, bars are exclusively applied on the cells. Advantage number one. Advantage number two, if you create a bar chart over there, it will be occupying a lot of space of your Excel file, but here it will be hardly occupying some space in KBs. This is what the beauty of our bar styles. Now, whenever you happen to see the background rules of any of the conditional formatting, you got to go to Home tab, Conditional Formatting. We have an option called Manage Rules. Navigate through the same. Okay. Now it will take you to a dialog box where you find Edit Rule option is also available. Click on that. Now this will take you to the backstage view of your data bar style. Here, in whatever you want, like changing the colors of the bars, giving an outline to that, everything as it is, you can do the changes. The options are available. Now here, one more beautiful option you see, there is an option called Show Bar Only. Can you see Show Bar Only? You can activate that Show Bar Only and now click OK. Again, click OK and see the beauty. One column having only the numbers. Those who are interested to see the boring numbers, they are happy watching that, they can see. Those who do not have the time in my audience, they can look at the visuals and they can make out the entire story out of this. So this is how we have understood that we have got a beautiful visual options where in the home tab, option, conditional formatting and style is the data bars. Check it out. Any doubt, any queries on this?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Yeah. Now, once you have done with this, As I told you, when you do the things better in Excel, you hardly need to struggle in PowerPoint. See the beauty? No need to do anything, just watch my screen. I have copied this. I will go to my PowerPoint over here. And the moment, what I need to do, I need to present it. Just right click, paste as an image. And the same, I can expand it diagonally over here. And if I go for down also something, okay. Now when I go and present it, looks elegant, looks having more beautiful over here, right? So this is nothing but in today's market, it's hotcake in demand. And what is that? Is the nothing but infographic presentations. So when you present it, this is telling your entire show. Boring table numbers anybody can present, but this kind of creativity adding over there, you are making yourself different. And when you see all the big four presentations, Bain and Company, McKinsey and Co., the Boston Consulting Group, the renowned firms, consulting agencies, throughout the group, whatever they present, rest of the world follows them. And when you see their slides are filled with this kind of visuals. So how to make our things better? We got some basic understanding by using the data bars. Any doubt, any queries as such, or any questions? All right. Now, remember one thing in day one also I told you, now again I'm repeating. When you present your data as it is, nobody likes it. The audience is having a different level of expectation nowadays. And what is that? When you present your data to them, they are expecting your data should speak a better story to the people. So, how to present our data in a beautiful storytelling format? You can select your product and USD completely, including the column headers. Go for data sorting. So Alt DS we know is nothing but the keyboard shortcut of data sorting. You can go for over here sort by USD column and choose the order largest to smallest. And once you choose the same, click OK, you'll be finding a beautiful story turns up. What is that? From category 12, people have got the maximum revenue. From category 4, we got the least revenue. Anybody, whoever is sitting, even if you're layman also, he can make out what I'm trying to present. Do you agree with me?
Right.
Right. So now the same when I'm going to present it in PowerPoint, if I go for simple right click over here, paste as an image, and if I'm going to present the same to my audience over here, take a look over here. Now, which one people prefer to see if you are in the audience side, option one or option two?
Option 2.
Two.
Definitely, anybody's choice would be. So small things, people, but making a huge impact. So this is how always try to
पाल वो
present your
वहां पे
data
क्लिप लगाने
differently.
बोलो मौसी को सही से एक
But
क्लिप लेके जाओ मौसी को बोलो सही से लगाएगी क्लिप
Mamta, please keep your mic on mute. All right. So here, I believe now we got the clarity that how to make our data different in terms of visuals by using the data bars. Any questions? Anybody needs my support? Otherwise, you are not getting the feel. All right. So we got one visual tool, data bars. Now let's just analyze one more time on this. Okay. See, if you look at the visuals, how is the structure? It is always starting from the left, moving towards right. So direction, if you look at left to right, because all the places value is positive. What if I have a negative value at any point of time? The order will change from right to left. If it is a negative, ideally how you are watching them, what kind of color you believe that it should be applied with the data. Of course, the negative ones we prefer to see in the red color. Now see the beauty. Suppose say category 3, I have got something credit balance and I can go for over here minus 3500 and over here, can you see? With immediate effect, it is giving that feel over here and it is grabbing the audience attentions to that. So this is what the inbuilt features we do have in the data bar style. Wherever you have the negatives, automatically it shows the negative value in the proper fashion. Check it out. Is it getting applied? All right. So I believe all are clear. Whatever we discussed so far. Any doubt? Any queries? I got confirmation from Mamta and Aditya. How about others?
Clear.
Right. All right then. So let's go for our situation two. That what are the other visual styles we have and how to use the same. Let's have a discussion. So we have got same product and USD. Do one thing along with me, please. Go to the next to USD column and there you type over here. Say visual. Expand the column and select your USD column data only, not the header, only the data. Then go to our insert tab. You will be finding one option called spark lines. Three different types of spark lines will be there. Line, column, win or loss. Just check it out, able to navigate. Insert, group is sparkline, and three different sparkline would be there: line, column, win or loss. Able to see all of you?
Yes.
Now, out of those three, go for the column option. And when you go for the column option, it will take you to a dialog box asking where is the data. Data is already selected. Then location. Just take the cursor to the location and select the visual column first cell. Visual column first cell and click OK. You'll be getting some kind of visual impressions over there in that cell, but that is not so eminent, that is not so clear. So what we can do is you can select along with that cell the rest of the cells. Don't drag. If you drag it, the meaning will be different. So select along with the first cell of the visual column. And then go to Home tab and choose the option Merge and Center. So when you go for this merge and center with immediate effect, you will be finding more or less it is going to give you a feel of a column chart. And what is this about? It's there in our insert option name, spark lines, and within that, what type of spark line is the column spark line. Okay. And as I told you, when you present your data as it is, nobody likes it. So select your product and USD column completely along with the column headers and go for data sorting. And sort by USD column, order you choose largest to smallest. And when you click OK with immediate effect, you will be finding a beautiful story turns up that the category 12 is generating the maximum revenue for us. That is the first column, the highest column you can see. Category 4 is generating the least revenue, that is in the last column. All right. So I believe everything is clear so far, whatever we deal with. Any doubt, any queries?
Can I share my screen? I'm not able
Yeah,
to do.
no problem, no problem. Share it.
See, I went here, I selected this. Okay. I selected this and I'm going here. It's not coming
Column.
as
Column.
column. Okay. And
Mm.
I will do okay.
No, 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 no. In the location, you should select the visual column first cell.
Okay. So it was not coming.
Yeah, click OK. Yeah.
Now merge. I will select all. Then
Yes.
I will go home,
Yeah. Yeah.
merge, and then I will do data sorting, right?
Including the headers. Including the headers. You are leaving that.
Okay.
Then sort by USD and order largest to
Mhm.
smallest.
Thank you, thank you. Got
Yep.
it.
Welcome. No problem. All right. So I believe now everyone is clear what we did, right? Any doubt, any queries from anybody? All right. So I can take that. Is it clear for everyone? Any expectation from this or any question arising from this in the mind? Nothing? All good? What happened? No response? Feeling bored or not exactly helpful or not clear?
No, all
What
good.
happened? All good? Okay. Fine. Helpful. I do understand. That's why I'm explaining all these things, but I'm not getting the response. As I told you yesterday, I will keep asking this kind of questions. Is it clear? Have you understood? So you have to give the response. So if it is not clear something, please ask me. I'm here to help you out. Good, good. No problem. Thank you so much for your response. Junaid, what's the status?
Yeah, I'm done as well. Like on my
Okay.
iPad chat window is not open, so I think I have to rejoin.
No problem. No problem. No problem. That's fine. Manak, all fine?
Yes, sir. All good. All good. Very helpful.
Okay. 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 Great. Fine then. So here, you did not ask me anything, but people will ask you. Say your boss, suppose I take an example. Suppose say our friend Mamta, she has presented the same to the next level people, say her CFO or whoever XYZ or financial director. He will say, Mamta, can you just add the data labels like unlike your charts you do? Can we do the same fashion over here? No, that's not possible. Microsoft is also very clever. If you get all these things in this visuals, then nobody's going to ask about the charts. So this is the reason why this option is applicable only to showcase something in visuals. If you're expecting some kind of data labels, legends, title, series, axis scale, those things are not possible. But yes, I would help you out with one thing. If you want to add more beauty to this chart, this visuals, what you can do is the highest column you can customize in green, the lowest one you can customize in red. So how to do that? Just see the beauty. When you select that visual, can you see one Sparkline tab is activated in your extreme right? Maybe Sparkline tools, design or Sparkline depending upon the version. Do you see that? It is there.
Yes.
And when you navigate through that, you will be finding over here, there are two options, naming called Sparkline color and marker color. Sparkline color and marker color. Go for the marker color. Okay. And there you have the options to customize high point. You can go for green and again marker color, low point to red color. You can do that. So this is one thing you can make it possible. You can give a add-on to your data and people will love to also see. So this is again standing out of the crowd. So where people are more focused at where we are getting maximum, where we are getting the least one. So we have presented effectively. Now, if you see these columns, the directions, it is always from the axis going towards up because the value is positive, all the cases. What if I have some negative over here? Of course, we know it should be below to the axis. If it is negative, what should be the color you are expecting in that column? Definitely red. So I'll go to my category 3. If I go and turn something negative, minus 3500, is it giving up in that options? Yes. So this is what the beauty again, people. Sometimes to present your story along with the visuals, you can go for this kind of spark lines. So it depends. It is up to you how and where to take the data bars, where to apply the spark lines. It's up to you. Hope it is working.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right. So let's go for now one more set. Suppose say we have got some historical data to compare with. Okay. So product wise, I have got 2 years revenue data, 2019 and 2020. Now keep your cursor next to 2020 and insert a column, Alt IC, one by one. Alt IC, I for insert, C for columns. And to repeat the last step, go for F4. So we got two columns ready now and name it as growth one and the other one name it as visual. Now select your growth column data range and then go for equal to. What would be the formula? Basic mathematics for growth. We have got 2 years data. I want to see the
Uh,
growth.
Current year minus
2020.
previous year divided by previous year.
No, no, no. I'm not looking for percentage, Junaid.
Okay.
So simple mathematics 2020 minus
Minus
2019.
2019.
Okay.
Simple. Go for it
Yeah.
and hit Control Enter. So your growth column will be ready. Now similarly, go to your visual column range to select and immediately go for equal to. Take the reference from the growth column and go for Control Enter. See, you are not only learning the techniques, you are also learning the techniques how to create the data modeling. So when you do not have some data, how to quickly create the data models. These are the simple formulas we keep using there. Okay. So visual column is ready. So kindly confirm you got your data ready.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Right. Yes, Munawar, status please. Have you got your data ready? Drop me a message in the chat box. All right. So kindly select your entire visual column data over here and then, okay, thank you so much for your response, 1 hour. So please stay focused. So taking the entire visual column data, go to the home tab. Again, in the conditional formatting people, you will be finding a beautiful option naming called icon sets. So when you navigate through that, it will open with four broad categories like directional, shapes, indicators, and ratings. It's up to you taking your data, whichever it is an ideal match, you can take a call about it. There is no hard and fast rule. But yes, if you ask me, Prabhas, what would be your best recommendation? I would say if you are working more with the project related activities, you can take these shapes and indicators that will be more ideally matched to your data. Okay. If you're more working with your text related activities, suppose say you are from the HR, take an example of learning and development side, or you are into the talent acquisitions side, or you are into the recruitment side, all these things. And moreover, you are more working with your text-based data, like you're working with your balance scorecard template, you are collecting the feedback from the employees or anything where you are having only text-related data. This will be ideal match of the ratings. That will be more helpful. And wherever you are more working with the numbers, sales, marketing, supply chain, logistics, accounts, finance, or HR, your attrition rate or the number of headcounts where you're working with, more with the numbers, you can take the directional options. But there is no hard and fast rule for the same. It's completely your own call only. So now, if I go for one example of directional, the first option, these three different arrow keys, and just select. Now you could see a beautiful icons presentations over here. This is again, more or less, it will be giving a feel of a infographic presentations. As I told you, nowadays it is hot cake in the market. Now, this data, if you look at this green color symbol, what it signifies.
The positive values that
What
we
does it
should
mean by
work with.
positive?
No, no, no.
Profit.
Growth. Actually, it's a growth compared to 2019.
Right. So
Growth more than 100.
compared to last year, this year value is increasing. Correct? How about the red color down arrow keys?
Decreasing.
That is
So compared
decreasing
to,
compared to the last year.
right. How about the yellow color arrow keys? Here we are stuck. Do you agree?
Steady.
Not
Yes.
significantly changed actually.
See, share me something where a layman can understand. It's not something you are preparing for yourself. As I told you in the day one, our data is meant for the audience. Think about the audience. What audience can understand? You anticipate it could be the average data, or it could be the break-even point, or it could be something else, or it could be the mean, or it could be the median. People try to think of different angle, but what is the exact one? We have no clarity. Okay. So this is where people will get confused. Green color, immediately you have understood, you expressed. Red color, immediately expressed also. But when it comes to yellow color, we are not clear. So what is that you have understood? This icon set rule, people, you cannot apply as it is. You have to customize these rules. What kind of customization? Let's make it very simple. Compared to last year, if the volume is increasing in this year, over there, we should go for green color arrow key. If it is decreasing, red color down arrow key. If at all there is no increase or decrease, if there is no growth or degrowth, the value remains the same at any point of time, then it should be the yellow color arrow key. Then it makes sense. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
So let's see how to do it. Start working with me. Select your entire visual column, whatever you have. Okay. Not the header, only the data points. And I told you, whenever you happen to see the backstage view of the conditional formatting rule, go to Home, Conditional Formatting option. Which one? Manage Rules. Go for it. So when you go for Manage Rules, one dialog box appears. There is an option called Edit Rule also there. Yes, click on that. Now this will take you to your backstage view of the rule. Okay, so here you just take a look. Here, if you look at the data type, what it's showing percent, but our data, how it is it
Numbers.
number? So you should change first the data type to number from the drop down. Again, data type from percent to number in the below case. So this is the first change you have to do. Next, hold on. My first icon is giving the expression that the green color icon will be applied when value is greater than equal to 0, which we do not want greater than equal to. It should be only greater than 0. This is our second change. Now rest of things automatically it will set because Excel is intelligent enough to understand what kind of logical rules to be applied. Now having said this, there is one more option called show icon only. You can see, and this is not checked. You should give that check on and click OK. Again, click OK and see the beauty now. Only two rules. Wherever it is making more business compared to last year, green color up arrow key. Whenever it is decreasing, red color down arrow key. And there is no sign of yellow color because nowhere the product wise values are similar compared to last year to this year. Now, if you want to still check, go for a case called category 7 or category 6. If the value remains the same, is it giving the yellow color arrow key? Right? So this is how people we have understood that how to make use of this. What is that option? Is there? Is there in our home tab, and option name is conditional formatting, and there icon sets.
Prabhash, I'm first point, this point only I'm not getting. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Actually, here I am. Okay, in the
Mhm.
growth, I selected this, I went to home, I went to conditional formatting. Now, oh,
Icon sets, icon sets.
okay, icon sets. So I'm
First rule,
choosing this one,
first rule.
first one. Okay, and now I'm going to conditional formatting, manage rules, and here I will edit rules, right?
Right.
Edit rules, and now I will change it to number because it's a
Data type,
number, and
yes.
data type
Yes.
would be
Greater
greater,
than.
and this will
No,
automatically change and
yes, yes,
show icon
yes,
only, right?
yes, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Yep,
Yeah,
no
thank
problem.
you. Bye.
All right, so I believe now everybody's clear that how to make use of this icon sets rules over here. And as I told you, this is what nothing but a kind of a infographic presentations, and nowadays it is hotcake in the market. It's not just something I am telling to you. I'll show you a real-time report, which will be also bringing more clarity, and you will be also getting confidence, okay, that what Prabhas is saying absolutely correct, and this is what people are presenting nowadays. So I'll take you through one Big Four's presentations, one PwC report. Just watch my screen, no need to do anything, okay? So here, yep, I was telling you, see, this is what infographic presentations, along with the data, the value also there, and this kind of presentations, right? See what I was saying you about this. So these things again with the icon sets, it's being prepared compared to last year, this year, how the volume is increasing, decreasing, whatever it is. The value is over here in the extreme right, and here is the status. So people can make out immediately. So this is how nowadays people prefer to see your report to be like this. So this is I'm just taking a report from PwC's 2017. It's a 6 year back story. You can imagine. Okay. So always try to do something different. People will love to see that. Now, as I told you, when you present your data as it is, again, nobody prefers to see. So how to give a add-on to the data? Just watch my screen. I can select starting from product to growth, complete data along with the headers. I should go for our data sorting. And over there, I'll go for sort by growth column and order largest to smallest. And when I go and click, can you see a beautiful story where we have got the increasing trend of our data? I'm keeping it the beginning. I'm making my people happy first. Then when I'm making low business, I'm keeping it in the bottom. So later I'll just put that, okay, I should analyze what are the reasons behind it, why I'm not making good business. But yes, so people are happy by watching this. Chalo, theek hai. We got some good business, right? So this is how you need to reach to the people. You have to understand their nerve, you have to understand their pulse, and you have to present it effectively. So situation three, just check it out. Is it working? Are you getting this feel what I'm showing on the screen?
Can you please repeat it once again?
Yeah, sure. You can select product to growth completely along with the column
Mhm.
headers.
Okay.
Then data sorting, sort by growth, order largest to smallest.
Data sorting, sort by source, sorry, sort by growth,
Growth.
then largest to smallest.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. I believe all are clear with this. Now let's do one thing. Let's learn again something different again. Kindly select our product 2019 and 2020 column as I selected. Copy that and leaving 4 to 5 rows down, paste it. Okay. So here, sort your data by product column. Sort your data by the product column. Okay. Now here, 2019 you turn into as target and 2020 you make it as actuals. You kindly confirm your data is once ready.
Yes.
All right. Now, once we have done with this, now please stay focused with the problem statement. See, this is what the data we have. Product wise, how much target we have fixed and how much actually we have achieved. All these things are there. Don't go with the numbers. These are the hypothetical figures. But the question is, in the actual column, my boss is asking me, Prabhas, just do one thing. If your actual is more than the target, turn that column cell into green. I repeat, if our actual is more than the target, actual column should be applied with the green color. If our actual column is less than the target, actual column should be turned into red. So basically, whatever the data I have in the actual column, those cells has to be turned either green or red, depending upon satisfying the rules. How to do that? So if you look at the sample case, actual for category 1, it is more than the target. This cell should be turned out to be green. Okay, so this application is going to happen in actual column. If that is the case, how to do that? Yes, any opinion? This is again a real-time question, people.
Again, we need to go to conditional formatting,
Okay, then
and then there is color scales.
color skills, how it is going to help you?
First, actually, we need to check growth, and then actual columns will be highlighted. Is that so?
Hmm. Well, so you mean to say that I need to expect one more column to be populated? See, my question is very simple. Whatever the application of colors, it should be happened with actual column. I'm not asking a separate column to be prepared. Now, if I
Hmm.
go for this growth column, then what is the point
Again,
of,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Conditional formatting and greater than manage. First, we will take, I think, color scales.
okay, which one? Which option from color scales? Here, multiple
More
variations
rules,
of colors.
more rules,
Okay,
more
more
rules.
rules. Okay, more rules.
Actually, I don't know. I'm just trying.
Ah, no problem,
Lower.
no problem.
uh, Actually, it should compare with the target. So there should
Right.
be some.
Base, some base to compare with. So we are
Yeah.
not connect, we are just having the selection with the actuals, but there is no connectivity to the target data in this, any of the places, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So this is again, as I told you people, there is no such kind of options in our existing rules of our conditional formattings. So when things are not happening with the ready-made options, we do have a choice. We can go for new rule. Okay, so start working with me. Select your entire actual column data, not the header, only the data points. And go to Home tab, Conditional Formatting, New Rule. Can you see? We have an option. So when you check New Rules, it will take you to the dialog box where you could see in the Rules section, there is this option called Use a Formula to determine which cells to format. Take that. And once you go to this rule option over here, a formula box will open for you. Now here, the moment you go for the formula box, take your equal to and go for actual column first cell. What is happening? Can you see in the cell in your formula box?
Freezing.
It is
Column row.
just, yeah, it is locking the entire cell. So what does it mean? That whatever the rule we are going to create over here, this will just confine to that cell. But our requirement is the rule should be applied for the entire column. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
For that, we need to remove all these dollar symbols. But how to remove? Not by manually, just keep hitting F4 key or function F4 key and turn into a general cell. Keep hitting F4 key and turn into a general cell. No dollar symbol, either before column or before row. Now, go for greater than. Use the greater than symbol and take your target cell. Again, target cell, what is happening? Is it locking?
Yeah.
So again, remove the dollar symbols by hitting the F4 key, turn into a generic cell. And now there is a format button will be there towards your right side.
Yes.
Click on that and choose the fill color as green. And font color, you can go for over here. There is a font tab as well. And color, you make it as white. And you make it bold also. These are optional from the font side, but fill is mandatory. And once you go and click OK, this is the format going to apply if my actual is greater than the target. This is what the message. And if you're happy, yes, I want that, go and click OK. So can you see? Immediately, this is going to apply. Wherever your actuals is more than the target, this is already filled with the green color.
Yes.
So similarly, you should apply one more logic for red color. Go for it. All right. So this is how we have understood how to apply our own rules over there in our conditional formatting. Any doubt, any queries, anybody's not getting that, do let me know. So this is about our various data visualization options, how we have and how to use this conditional formatting rules also. We got to see something. Okay. So taking your live data, keep applying the same, whatever the things you have learned. Okay. You have got 1 week's time to practice well. And if you have any queries also in that WhatsApp group, you can very well drop your queries. And anybody is willing to voluntarily answer also, you are most welcome. And if the queries is not remain or it is not answered for 2 days, definitely I will be stepping in and I will answer that. And during the time of practice, if you have any challenges, make a note of that. Day three will be discussing the same. So day three will be having on 22nd, and day three agenda would be our complete facelift of our pivot table, like working with the real-time huge volume of data, what you have downloaded from our SAP or ERP system, how to create different reports, and how to present our data in a storytelling format, and how to connect with our multiple pivot tables and play around with the same, and how to create a dashboard using pivot table, and finally, how to present it effectively to the audience playing around with the same we are going to explore. So this will be completely our day three agenda. And if you have any doubts or queries about pivot also, you can bring it to the session. We'll discuss that. And day four, our agenda would be entire formulas and functions, and then charts and graphs, and that will be our day four topics. But day three and day four, we are going to use the same what you have learned from day one and day two. Ensure that you are practicing it well. Without practice, if you step in, again, you have to struggle. So as I told you, we have very limited time schedule. So we have to effectively utilize the window time, and without your support, it is not possible. So please practice well and be ready for day three. As usual, you will be getting the recordings by maximum 8 p.m. tonight, and go through the recordings. This will be there with you all the time, the links with you. You don't need to just go for or worrying about if I do not download this, then the links will disappear. No, it is completely there all the time. So whenever you want, you can open that link and you can practice well. All right. So anything?
Prabhash, I need
Yeah.
your help.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm just sharing my screen. I'm not able to do.
Okay.
See, what is happening here?
Mhm.
Uh, only uh, all these colors are means is this fine if I don't
Of
know.
course, you just check it out. You have to confirm. See, the actuals are more than the target. That's why it is green. Now you have to go for
Okay.
another rule. Now you have to go for another rule.
New rule.
Yep.
New rule. Now this one and I will again take this, right?
Yep. Yep.
This is less than this
Yes.
one.
Yes.
F4. Now format with red color and bold. mm, Color from where you choose.
That color automatic is there, just down. Color automatic is there towards your right. Up, up.
Oh,
Color is showing
yeah.
automatic, the drop down. Yeah. Go for white color,
White,
anything.
white color.
And click OK. Yeah, click OK. That
Okay.
formatting will be displayed on the screen. This is going to be the output. Yes, click OK. And again, click OK. You got the things ready. Now you go and change something from the target side. Make it bit of higher than the actuals. Make it bit higher than the actuals. Any value, put it across manually. Something higher than the actuals. Is
Yeah.
it on here? Yeah. So it
Yeah.
is working fine. So this is
Okay.
how this is going to help you out when you design a templates and all. You can keep all these conditional formattings ready. And whenever
Mm,
people type the data, it will be applied over there.
okay.
Right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
So
Also,
no problem.
also I
Fine.
have some queries regarding worksheet that I need to prepare some procedures. So just these kinds of help I means guidance, if you can guide me something to look it
No
more
worries. No
effective.
worries. Just do one thing. You keep it ready. On day three, you log into the meeting room by 1:45 p.m. So 1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be discussing about all your queries. All right?
Okay, actually I need to
Yeah.
submit that in 2 3 days actually. So I was
Then
asking.
it will be now we can discuss. I can spend 10 to 15 minutes
Yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah.
have got back-to-back training programs. I'm a bit doubtful I can devote time. So if you have the data ready, we can discuss. Not a problem.
Yes, yes, yes. I will show
Okay.
you.
Okay, no problem. Yes, so just to step back over there and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, any other doubts or queries from anybody, people from today?
Like I had a doubt. I did the same thing,
Yeah,
but then I don't think so on my Excel. There's an option. Can I show you the screen first?
yeah, please.